What's up, guys? This is Garrett with MindFaction Podcast. On episode 13, we do the basic white boy taste test, the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict and racism, Biden screened questions, rings around Earth, kind of like Saturn, Elon Musk and Neurolink and other companies, deep ocean mysterious finds, reincarnation, fun facts, and adult Tov past murder mystery. So I want you guys to strap on those headphones, turn up that volume, and go ahead and join us for an hour or two. Just see what y'all think. Let's go.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a
We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the materials to pursue the exploration of the universe.
Broadcasting around the world.
3, 2, 1.
This is MindFaction Podcast.
Well,
What's up, guys?
What's up?
it has came the time for this infamous taste test of these white boy basic ass ramen pumpkin spice ass noodles, bro.
Starting off episode number 13.
Bro, they're 50 cents, so you know they gotta be like.
They're trying to give them away. They're like paying you to take them. Straight up. They're like, hey, I'll pay you 50 cents to take these.
Hey, we'll take 33 cents off of these things.
So you think all these are imported from Japan?
I don't know. Are they called like
Nissan?
Nissan? I'm trying to steal like Nissan or
These
something. Do you get like a case of these free with a Nissan purchase?
should
I don't know.
get this free pumpkin spice.
Yeah, hold
flavored
it up there to the camera.
Garbage
Bro.
with
Let them
this
see.
new brand new Altima.
Let them see what's about to go down. So for anybody who didn't tune in the last episode, which was quite great, I feel, episode 12, Dustin Losey decided to take it upon himself to do a epic taste test of these basic white boy noodles right here.
Actually, what I said was like you guys comment on it, but nobody commented on it, so I'm just gonna go through with it anyway.
They commented like telepathically. They told us they
I'm
was
just
like,
gonna help you out right now, bro. Taking that 50 cent sticker off ain't gonna make it taste
I'm
any better.
trying to take that like they're out of date, so I don't want to.
Oh, they're out of date?
This shit's getting real sketch.
Yeah,
This
11,
is sus,
18.
bro.
Man, you're
Oh, it's all
asking
right.
for some stomach issues right now.
It's just
Get a
one
parasite,
bite.
bro.
Did you ever hear that story about how like ramen noodles have so much like plastic
I did.
in the
How it
actual
takes-
noodles themselves?
Yeah. Like it takes a while to digest them.
Yeah, like it'll stay in your system for like years.
Yeah,
before it
fuck
can fully
yeah. It's
digest.
like bubble gum and
because
shit.
our bodies can't break it down.
I mean, there's 960 milligrams of sodium.
Oh,
Just to
man,
give us some flavor, man.
it's a little bit. You got to sodium them
They're
up.
trying to spice up that
Thanks,
pumpkin
bro.
spice flavor for you,
Are you ready for this,
No,
bro? Do this.
man. You got to keep us updated too throughout the entire
Okay.
experience
Yeah,
chew
you got
it
to let
up.
us know. Yeah, I want to hear them sounds on here.
in real
dude, I
time.
ain't finna- no.
There we go,
That's it. Oh no,
bruh. Oh,
bruh.
bro, what are they like?
What's
I mean,
going
it's
on?
really bland.
Bland.
It's not so much of a. I mean, I mixed it.
They
up,
don't taste
but
bland. I mean, smell bland. My bad. I ain't tasting them.
Is it like sweet?
It's got a little sweet taste to it.
Is it more salty?
Bruh.
It's kind of hard not to be with like 960 milligrams of sodium.
Do you feel you can survive off of them?
No, definitely not.
Survive.
So yeah, so you'd rather just die?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
No, I mean, you could probably.
You're out in the
do it.
wilderness, man. You don't know when you're ever going to see
Like ramen noodles ever
society
again?
again. Raymond. Well, I mean, I'm just meaning like society, like period.
Period.
And you look over to your left, and by
You
this
see-
tree in the wild growing, you see pumpkin spice flavored ramen noodles growing
It's
in the wild.
growing wild.
And you're just like, man, I could survive off these.
You
I
pick
mean,
the
yeah, you could eat it.
you pick the pod and add water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't boil your water because you can't make a fire, so you have to use your pee.
Oh yeah.
So you drink water.
Probably tastes better.
You drink water from a nearby fresh water source.
I mean, if we had to,
You heat it up with your own body temperature.
Damn, bro.
if we had the whipped cream, it might taste a little better.
And I got way out
I
there.
know you ain't gonna finish him.
It's not. No, bro. One bite was all the review's. All I'm doing. Like that's
Nah.
all we just did.
So-
If the
like-
cameras wasn't rolling, I totally told everybody you ate the whole thing.
no, bro, I'm straight.
So you do feel is it white boy approved? White boy basic?
No,
basic
not
white boy
by
approved.
me, I mean,
okay.
So you're saying, are you not a basic white boy, or
I don't really think.
what's wrong with the basic white boys?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
What is wrong with basic
is?
white boys? What really
What is a basic
What
white
is
boy?
a basic
What
white
is the
boy?
true definition of a basic?
You
white
know,
boy?
I think that white people have so many different. There's so many versions of white people.
Yeah.
Think about it. There's not that many versions of different ethnicities.
I don't know. No, not really.
Is that bad? Is that a
Is
bad
that
thing
racist?
to say?
No, I don't think so. We're basically slandering ourselves, saying that we're not unique. because we got. Oh, maybe we are. I don't know.
Maybe we're
I
so
don't know,
like. I don't know, man. We're so
But
diverse.
I get what you're saying,
we're
man,
diverse,
because,
man. We're very diverse.
Yeah, not saying other races are not, but
Is that wrong with me to say that? I mean,
I don't know.
man, you can't say anything anymore without stepping on toes.
Right, everything's.
I feel like I just got
Eggshells.
us like cancel culture just then.
cancel culture.
That's what it is.
I got us canceled just now. I shouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
it's
I'm
canceled.
just gonna keep my mouth shut about it.
Where you going? You puking?
I'm throwing these away, bro. I can't stand the smell.
God,
Basic white boy shit.
that was so good,
That poor garbage can's got to deal with that shit now,
man. Why did you do that to that?
man. Anyways,
Let me take 'em
no, I
outside.
get what you're saying, bro. Like, well, let's just dive into this. The Kyle Rittenhouse
Yeah.
episode here, the trial.
So
that
he
went
gets
down.
he's acquitted on all accounts.
He's acquitted. The only thing that I see maybe an issue of this whole situation was he was 17 possessing an assault rifle,
And I heard that there was a point made that one of the biggest deals about it was that he wasn't originally from that area. So
That was false.
It was in a sense that he was there looking for problems.
Right. But did you ever hear about all that? That was kind of like false. He was actually a lifeguard in Kenosha.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and his grandma, is it Kenosha? What it was called?
Yeah, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah.
And his grandma lived there, and his dad lived there. But I heard earlier that night they was cleaning like graffiti and stuff off of high school, maybe.
Was that the photos that they had of him cleaning the wall?
Yeah, but it goes to show it doesn't matter how much good you do. The one bad thing that you do.
That's what's gonna
what
stand
everybody's
out.
gonna-
What was the quote that you said that he had, Los?
It
about-
wasn't. He did an interview. The first interview after the trial was that what he stated was it wasn't a trial against Kyle Rittenhouse. It was a trial against self defense,
That's
like
it.
the liberty and the right to self.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
That's it,
I thought
man.
you was talking about his email name.
Oh, 4 doors.
I heard
more
you.
horse.
I seen you laugh. I was like, "What was that?"
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you was going to bring
His
up the damn
TikTok-
email name.
His TikTok
name.
Yeah. 4 doors more horse.
Well,
No, dude.
It was a
That was
question.
it, bro.
It was a question by the prosecutor. He was like, "Was your TikTok handle 4 doors more horse?" And he says, "Yes."
That's actually.
In the courtroom on trial.
that's pretty good, bro.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie about
What
it.
does that have to do?
What does it matter?
Is it
It's just
trying
what
to,
they
was-
bring up.
So
So
was he
they-
trying to bring up his maturity level?
They were trying to slander him like he
I
was
mean,
a bad
he's,
person.
he's like he just turned 18.
Yeah, and this. I mean, yeah. I mean, and this kid was like going to school for nursing. He was a lifeguard. I also heard, man, that he offered even assistance to the writing side of the group for like medical assistance.
Yeah, he was offering medical assistance.
I mean, damn.
I mean, let's just be real when it comes to like immaturity level when you're a kid.
Yeah.
I remember back in the Xbox 360 days and Xbox Live, I used to play online video games. You could, in your profile,
Yeah.
I would change my name on there sometimes. And you look at my profile to just different funny things, like bend over, Mike Ock is long.
I used to do that. I used to do that.
You know what I'm saying? So you click on there and
Oh man.
I mean,
this
so
is too good.
I mean, if something would happen with me and they'd went back and seen that, they'd been like,
Your kids, man.
Mr. Kilby.
And I'm gonna tell you
what's
what, man.
this?
I'm gonna tell you what about this whole. I watched the video several times. Now, what I didn't watch was the first person he shot. Did you guys see the video on that part? They started recording after he shot the first guy.
That's the guy that hit him with a skateboard.
No. I think there was a guy that grabbed the barrel of his gun.
The first guy?
The very first guy. I heard
There's
something
one of the
about
most
that.
infamous photos is of him on the ground
With
with
the
his
guy
rifle
hitting.
and the guy kicking him, like coming down on him, like.
Yeah.
And I mean, so he's,
He shot at that guy twice and missed him though.
It was an act of self defense.
It was, man. And I'm tell you what I was alluding to when I started this conversation about the video. The restraint that he held, like, did you see where he got up after that happened? He shot them guys. He was walking towards the police, and there were several shots fired behind him. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. He does turn and ups his AR in a really good gun, like,
good
etiquette manner. But did not fire. And I'm gonna say, man, look, if I was in that same situation, I just had to shoot 2 guys, 3 guys, whatever it is, and I'm hearing gunfire behind me that heavy, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have opened up that magazine, dude, and emptied it. You know what I'm saying? Like at the crowd, because I mean he was really calm about the situation.
Let's set all of the proper whatever, like the actual law aside for a moment, and just look at what exactly this kid was doing. Right. So he's out here on the streets. You got a bunch of people out here that are causing chaos. They're burning businesses. They're burning cars.
They're being some punks, bro.
They're graffitiing things. They're just causing damage and just wreaking havoc, right, on this community.
Exactly.
You have a lot of people that are living there that are fearing for their lives inside their homes, unsure of, if they're going to come under attack or what have you. But you have this kid out there strapped. He's keeping some of these people at bay.
He is.
He's doing his part to try to help
the community.
To help the community. And people might say this is wrong. He should keep his nose out of it. He should let the law enforcement or military, whoever's going to step in, take care of that.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that there are residents in that town that thank him
That
for doing what
that.
he did himself and whoever else was out there along with him. Because
Exactly.
imagine if that was happening right here where we live, and
We do the same.
me and you step out there in the street right there, and we're keeping them at bay and keeping them off our street, protecting our family.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro.
I mean, hey,
That hits the fan right here. I'm gonna do the same.
I've done the exact same thing.
Because here's the thing with that, and it's hard for the police to deal with all what was going on. It's hard for the military. But at some point, when that stuff fails, you have to take arms as a citizen to protect your neighborhoods.
You do.
Just like the neighborhood watch, just like militias, just like the Minutemen back in the day. You know what I'm
Exactly
saying? You
right.
have to defend your neighborhoods.
That's part of being a U.S. citizen.
Yeah. So let's just cut it straight to the chase and call it like it is. That's basically they was being domestic terrorists.
They were.
They was
110%. There's no denying that fact.
There's no denying it.
So with this young man stepping up and doing what he did to do his part, now I could see where they're trying to see if it was justified or not, because but at the end of the day, we can look at these guys who were involved that he'd actually shot, see that they were part of the problem. Instead of questioning where Kyle Rittenhouse was from, where are these individuals from?
Where are they from? Because I've never heard.
What are you doing?
I mean, I didn't look super deep into it.
Why didn't they just ask these guys and say, hey, what were you doing there on the night of blah, blah, blah?
Exactly.
And why were you there? What were you doing while you were there?
And then, you got these guys that have a criminal record. They was there for no good. Look, I totally understand peaceful protest. Everyone in America should have that right.
Exactly.
And that is perfectly fine. I think you should be allowed to do that. But when you start burning things, like me, I have a business here. I've worked my ass off to build this business. So what happens? These guys decide to burn my business down.
Now, I mean, let's go back and let's look at like the 1960s civil rights movement and those peaceful protests with led by, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.,
Prime example.
Okay, if a young man stepped out there with an AR and started firing down on those individuals, then he should spend,
he should be
however many lives that he took or whatever.
Bro,
he should be
executed.
hit by everything.
He should,
and he should do his time. Right?
He should, man.
But in this situation here, where you have domestic terrorists, and he's protecting his community.
I feel that. I mean, people want to call it vigilantes and stuff, and they act like you're not allowed to do that. But when does it come to a point where you have to stand up for your country?
I don't care if this kid was from here or not.
No, I would be happy to have some of my friends come from a different county to help us.
Do you know how much I would respect somebody if something happened here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody from I'll throw something out like Mississippi or something that wasn't even from here, or Arizona,
may know us or something,
or Oregon or wherever,
exactly,
just anywhere in the United States.
Right.
Came here and was helping us defend our community against domestic threat. Like, I totally back that 110%. And just because they would say, well, you're not from here, why are you here? Who cares why he's here?
It's not like he's here to do harm to people exactly do harm, but they're here to stand up for us.
For what's right.
And that's right, man.
Yeah.
When your country, as far as your government and your... I don't want to throw law enforcement under the bus because them guys was doing all they could, but say, for instance, your law enforcement, your government fails you, as citizens, you have to defend your neighborhoods, man, and your livelihood.
You have to.
That's a no-brainer to me. So all these people, man, and I'm just going to call it out, man, the leftists out here, man, are just, I don't know what they're reaching for, dude.
I don't either. I don't know what you're going for. I don't know what you're trying to,
I don't know.
Make happen.
Like, you're changing every narrative to fit what you want to have, your storyline or how you feel. I don't know. Yeah. I get tore about that.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I mean, it's kind of off topic, but it's really not. Like, we're talking about the Rittenhouse trial and how everything, he came out not guilty.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys heard anything about Epstein and Giuliani and Maxwell?
Of course.
I don't know, but Maxwell's case is getting ready to start, next week?
It just started.
Oh, did it this week?
What do y'all feel about Epstein? You think they killed him, bro?
I do.
I think some weird, fishy, sus shit was going on. It was super sus. And he was a weird dude anyways. Let's be real. Like, there's a lot of mysterious stuff around that guy.
I mean, my thing is do you guys feel like that things happen to cover up important people?
I truly do.
I do. I think there's a lot of things that happen under wraps that we'll never know the true story, the full story of.
Oh, they hide it. They hide shit.
Because there's a lot of key important people that are detailed in this case, and it just kind of makes me wonder: is this kind of like, I don't say anything about the school shootings or anything like that, but there's a lot of conspiracies that happen when a school shooting happens.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, there is.
I think that all kind of wraps back around to what we talked about on. I don't know if it was last podcast or one prior to that, but we were talking about how, like, if they ever did, prove that this past presidential election was, manipulated, we would never know, because they would know that if they were to release that information, how that would affect the United States as a whole, and how, we would just come unglued.
Now, I'm going to throw this out there.
In terms of like trusting our government, we would come.
And I sound super Republican with this, but if the tables was turned, do you think they'd have threw all that out there? You think the left, if they thought Trump cheated?
What do you mean?
Okay, Trump did accuse them of cheating and stuff, but it was like it was blowed off. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it'd have been a much bigger deal if the left would have said, "Hey, Trump's cheating, blah, blah, blah"?
If they could dig up the information on that. Now, that's not to say that I don't think that the right, if they could find enough information to prove that it was rigged or if it was manipulated, I think that they would do the same, though.
I definitely do.
Because right now, I think it's an all-out dogfight.
Like tenfold, though.
Yeah, there's never been such a divide in our government right now.
Gosh.
Well, they spent 4 years doing it. The whole time he was in office.
The whole time.
With the Hillary when he...
all you heard was impeachment for 4 solid years.
I'm really quite impressed he got done what he did get done.
Yeah.
Honestly. You know what I mean? What he did do for the country, I'm really impressed he got that done, trying to battle all that behind the scenes also. Yeah. But anyways,
Well, that kind of, what we're talking about here, talking about government, that's, typically how we start off our podcast. Yep. Just kind of get people up to date.
Well, we started off with the noodle tasting, but that was awesome.
Yeah, true.
We appreciate you putting it on the line and tasting them, bro.
MindFaction. #.
There you go. MindFaction.
Noodle sesh.
Episode
Basic white boy shit.
There you go. All right, so let's just move right on into this then, shall we? Biden ignores reporter questions at last big event before Thanksgiving.
That don't surprise me.
So we've talked about this before. He's dodging questions. He takes on certain reporters before, like he will handpick who he wants to.
I know.
Ask the questions.
Now, do you think, like before all these press conferences happen, they're like behind scenes, like, all right, they may ask this question. So if they ask a question like this, answer with this one. Number 3.
I honestly think what they do is because they line the reporters up for him beforehand because they tell him who he's going to choose.
I didn't know that exactly.
I think that they meet up with these particular reporters and say, all right, what questions are you going to ask him?
What are you going to say?
But you got to think that they would almost have to threaten them and say, look, if you were to veer off course and ask a question,
be in here.
Yeah,
we'll shut your damn network down, bro.
Yeah. They've got some type of overhead on them, like some type of threat.
I would not doubt that
leverage. So anyway, President Biden wrapped up remarks on the state of the economy ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday in approximately 10 minutes on Tuesday, which is today. Then exited stage right with shouted questions from reporters ringing in his ears, including, "When will you answer our questions, sir?" So he just totally ignored them.
Wow.
It was the latest example of Biden avoiding prolonged interaction with the White House press corps, a trait which has caused frustration among some members of the media, of course. However, Biden has a history of only answering 1 or 2 queries at a time and has given far fewer interviews than his predecessors, to the point that reporters have regularly complained about a lack of access both at the White House and on trips abroad. Psaki, who's the actual speaker for him, she said that she actually shrugged off those concerns last week, saying that I think it's more an issue related to the White House press corps than it is a concern to the American public. I strongly disagree with that.
Yeah.
Because we as the American public, the press corps is the only way that we get our questions answered. Because if they're not asking the questions, we don't have access to the press.
They're basically speaking for the people.
Exactly.
Yep.
They're asking the questions that we want answers to.
And he's just dancing around it.
He's either that or ignoring it.
He's like, did somebody hear something?
Yeah. What was that? Well, see you guys later. And he said on numerous occasions that, I'll be free to speak with the media at this particular time. And then when this time arises, he doesn't. And he's done this on numerous occasions.
He forgets.
I mean,
He needs to take some nootropics.
I was reading this.
There ain't no nootropics that can help that poor fella.
I'm reading about it, and they got a video of him right now where he read the whole teleprompter, and then he also read
he didn't.
End of quote. on
No,
the
he
teleprompter.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Recently?
Yeah.
Is that a video?
Come on,
Yeah, we
man.
got video of it.
Does it him talking? Should we patch that in, bro?
Because of the actions we've taken, things have begun to change.
Hold up to the mic.
End of quote. In the past 3 weeks,
Let me replay one more time.
Yeah.
a lot of innovation. Because of the actions we've taken, things have begun to change. End of quote. In the past 3 weeks,
Oh, wow.
They'd be like saying LOL out loud. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Corey, how you been doing, LOL?
Yeah, come on, man.
Get the hell out of here, bro. And you're leading this country?
I wouldn't put it past him if they put emojis on there, and he was just like, things have began to change. Smiley face.
Smiley face.
Crying-
Shit emoji.
crying face.
Because that's where the country's in right now.
real.
A shit state. But I love America, man, and I do. And
That's the only reason we get on this topic, man. And we bash as hard as we do, and that's what I want a lot of our listeners to understand. Like, we just want the best.
We do.
And we're not getting it right now.
No, and like we said in prior episodes, man, if he was the one doing it, I would congratulate the shit out of his whole camp.
Oh, yeah.
And I know when we started this podcast, guys, we didn't want to get too political, but at the same time, there's guys like us before we started this podcast that didn't check up on a lot of this stuff, that didn't know what was really going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So with us doing this podcast, we've learned a lot about all this stuff also.
Yeah.
And we like to bring it to you guys.
Yeah, exactly right. So, I mean, it's just an effort to bring it to you guys.
Yeah.
And it also keeps us up to date.
Yeah. It gives us a few good laughs too.
Right now, it's just a circus.
Speaking of political stuff, have you guys heard of Star Warrior?
Star Wars?
What?
Star Warrior?
What's up? No, what's
No.
up?
Okay, so this is Putin's new. It's kind of like a space system program kind of thing, but he wants to destroy 32 satellites.
Oh, so is this part of the
So we're doing more.
anti-satellite missile that he launched?
So we're doing more tests here.
32 NATO satellites.
So now he's like, I might need to let people know what's going on now.
What do you mean 32 NATO satellites? Does he not have to conversate with NATO about this?
I mean, according to this, it says state-owned TV issued a chilling threat that Russia may deploy the system to destroy some 32 Western satellites to render NATO missiles useless. So, this is Putin's.
So he's trying to knock some defenses down.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm confused right now.
There's some sly shit going on around the world.
So he made this public that he's going to do that?
Yeah, on his TV, what do they call it? His
The Putin network.
state-owned TV.
So let me make this clear so my mind can wrap around this. Is it okay for him to do? Are they saying like he can do this?
There's no way.
No.
There's no way.
So they're saying that he can, and he's saying
See,
he's going
they're
to.
like, bro,
He's
if you,
saying he's going to, yeah.
if you fuck around.
I'm confused right now. What's he trying to do?
So he's want to knock some missile defenses down.
He boasted in the event of worsening relations, Russia could wipe out 32 GPS satellites crucial for NATO's military operations, including the pinpointing of the missile strikes. We shot down the old Soviet Taslina D satellite in space orbit. So that was a completion of their tests showing that they can do it.
So do you think this has to do with the situation where they're on the border of Ukraine right now?
That could be a big possibility.
And we're like,
because they're trying to invade Ukraine, correct?
yeah, and
Ukraine.
we're kind of backing Ukraine because we're like, man, we're not going down that road.
What's up with China and Russia making all these moves all of a sudden? They're trying to still take over
You
Taiwan.
notice that, and look, I don't mean to keep going back to this.
I
We
know.
seemingly always do.
I know.
But did you notice in the last 4 years, we didn't really have that problem. Now we do.
That is very true.
When you have a weaker presence in the White House, you notice that things like this happen around the world consistently.
It does. Yep. So that's
And-
pretty interesting.
Yeah. So I want to throw out, I don't want to hog the mic, but I got something that kind
Go
of
ahead, bro.
relates to
Hey,
that in a sense. So it's a little bit off topic in terms of I guess, frustrations between countries, but it does pertain to outer space. So scientists actually predict that Earth will develop rings like Saturn due to space junk. So, I mean, in a sense, they may be helping the problem a little bit.
I could see it kind of. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, true. I could see that.
So, as
that's crazy.
As more and more debris accumulates in space and surrounds Earth's orbit, one researcher believes our planet will eventually develop rings made completely of space junk. With a growing commercial space industry, the volume of space junk is expected to grow significantly. Elon Musk's space company, SpaceX, has carried nearly 900 orbital objects to space this year, according to The Verge. Amazon also has plans to send more than 3,000 satellite constellations to Earth's low orbit to provide internet broadband services. 3,000.
I think what Elon's got like 1,200 up there on Starlink right now.
Yeah. Well, and just this year, he's put up 900.
So he's at 2,100 now.
I mean, space junk, or known as space debris, is a growing problem, with NASA reporting that there are more than 27,000 pieces of space junk being tracked by the Department of Defense's Global Space Surveillance Network.
Wow.
NASA also said that there's likely much more debris in space that's too small to be tracked, but still large enough to threaten human spaceflight and robotic missions.
Oh, man, yeah.
Space debris travels at extremely high speeds, approximately 15,700 miles per hour in low orbit. So even a tiny piece of orbital debris can impact a spacecraft and create huge problems.
Oh, yeah, if you hit one of the windows or something, you know it's going to crack it.
Yeah.
Rip a hole in the middle.
I just thought that kind of pertained to that in the sense because, we're talking about these
that blows my mind, like the speed of stuff. I guess because there's no drag in space, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And we've got this rotation going on, and we're kind of it's getting carried in our rotation.
It's probably gaining too.
And you got to think the further away it is from the center of our rotation, the faster it's actually going to go.
Yep.
Because it's got this,
at the edge of whipping it almost. Yeah.
So,
man, that's crazy. So we're just trashing space already.
I mean,
everywhere humans go, we jack something up, bro.
That made me think of it though, because of where we spoke about how they destroyed a 1982 former USSR spy satellite that was no longer it was no longer in use.
I can see destroying that in a way, but it's kind of counteractive as far as like you're creating more small debris.
Yeah,
instead of one big
that obviously
piece.
is moving at 15,000.
You know what I'm waiting for, man? Since we're talking about space,
You gotta turn it down.
my mom always told me to.
Yeah,
that's a good one. But I'm waiting for that rave on Mars when Elon Musk.
That rave.
I'm trying to like, hey, y'all going to Mars tonight? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to go party.
Until somebody
on Mars,
cracks a hole in the.
Did you see where Elon actually? Speaking of Elon Musk, man, did you see where he's dropping that? He's coming out with a phone.
No.
Yeah.
He's making a Tesla phone. You know why he done this?
Why?
He stated, from what I read, was that because Apple decided to try to make an electric car that they could not do nothing with.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to step on toes. He said, "Well, I'm just going to make a phone that shuts Apple down, pretty much."
Wow.
He flexing on them, bro.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. Unless he can mimic the user ability,
simplicity of
it, the simple interface that Apple uses. That's why so many people has migrated over to smartphones.
And I'm not going to doubt Elon because he's done some amazing things.
Because we got Losey over here rocking an Android. Android phones are actually more complex.
They really are.
More difficult to
use.
use.
They really are. Yeah. Now check this out though. Here's one thing that I know will murder Apple's whole network. Elon's got Starlink.
Yes.
So his phones are going to be satellite based. You won't be dropping no more calls. You won't be losing no more service. They're going to run off Starlink where it'll be a satellite phone.
Yeah.
Like military.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That will be dope.
So what else is Starlink actually going to bring to us?
They're doing internet right now. Did you see that?
I haven't seen
very
I haven't
fast.
Seen much about it.
I haven't looked at like the gigabytes per second or whatever, megabytes per second, but he does do a satellite package for internet. It's around like $99 a month. Super fast. I heard it comes with a little satellite installed on your house. Amazing internet, I reckon.
So he's doing that. Though?
It also controls the GPS things on his electric vehicles, so that he'll have his own GPS for all that.
You know what's sad though, and well, I don't know. It's sad from my perspective. The way I feel about it is that, like, you think back about our ancestors, and there wasn't as much like light pollution. Man. And they would go out at night and they would look up at the sky and they see all these constellations. And
it was beautiful, man.
And we're never going to know what that was like.
No, we're really not going to know.
We're beyond that point now. We're at the point of no return in terms of human evolution.
We are,
and what we're doing to our low orbit and outer space in general. I mean, you walk outside, and even if you're in a place with low light pollution, and you look up at the night sky, you're most likely, instead of looking at stars, you know, I remember as a kid, you would look up and you'd say, oh, there's the first star. You know what I mean? And they said, well, make a wish. You know, I remember my grandparents saying that. Our grandparents would look up at the night sky and see nothing but stars up there.
That, man, I couldn't imagine, like, say, back in like the Roman times or like Greek times or even the Native American times.
The 1950s.
Well, that too.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but imagine taking it back to
those days.
You know, 2,000 years ago, Jesus' time. Imagine what you could look up here and see with your naked eye.
Oh,
it would be beautiful, man.
Completely wide open.
Oh, man.
I mean, the only thing we had was pretty much candlelight, and you know.
Yep. Man,
I just couldn't imagine.
I don't know. They had the Baghdad battery, maybe.
The Baghdad
potentially.
Battery. We talked about that earlier.
The Egyptians may have had some stuff going on with electricity.
I mean, have you guys, speaking of ancient civilizations, let's go and dive in. We always do this.
Let's get in there.
Okay. Ancient Egypt, man, this place is very, very intriguing because have you seen some of these, what are they called? I can't even think. The writing on the wall. Hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphs, yeah.
Have you seen some of these I need some nootropics myself. But yeah, they're writing on the wall. But have you seen some of these where it looks like they're holding a big like light bulb?
Yeah, I have.
With the filament in it?
It does, even looks like it has the filament in the bulb.
Man.
Yeah.
And then I seen one, and I'm going to try bringing up a video where it looks like a jet and a helicopter. You ever seen that one?
I haven't, but I did see the one that wasn't a hieroglyph, but it looked just exactly like an astronaut.
Yeah, that was from South America.
Carving in a cathedral, right?
No, that's another one. That was almost like a gargoyle outside of a theater. Mm-hmm. I've seen that one, but there's one from South America too. One of their gods. It looks like he's sitting in a spaceship.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
It has like
they reconstructed that into a statue.
Yeah. And it looked legit, like he was actually had controls, an oxygen. Come on, man.
What I would love to know what was going on when they were sculpting that, design, like creating this drawing.
I think you're just making this up.
What was that?
What was that? And let's go ahead and take it back to the little trinkets they found in South America, the little gold planes. You ever seen them?
I have.
I think I showed you that on Ancient Aliens.
And they were aerodynamically, they were like, not aerodynamically correct, but they were.
They was atomically, anatomically, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the word is, correct.
Correct.
It would have actually flown had it been in large scale.
Yeah, and they did. Remember when they blew that one up? Exactly. And they added a motor to it, and it flew flawlessly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
You tell me these guys went interlinked somehow.
Man, you know.
They had to be.
If you know how they said like some of the greatest inventors, their ideas came from when they were asleep, and as soon as they woke up, they put it on paper.
Yeah.
Put pen to paper. They wrote this stuff down.
We talked about this before.
What if the
subconscious mind,
what if some of these people in these ancient civilizations had these dreams, woke up, immediately just drew it out, created it however they could?
Yeah.
And it was these things. They're like, I don't know where it came from, but I had this crazy dream, and it was like from the future, or it was from another dimension, or
that goes to the subconscious mind. And with all this stuff with hypnosis, speaking of hypnosis, I am taking online courses to be a hypnosis. Did I tell you about that?
An hypnotist.
Yes. I think I told you, right?
You did.
I'm taking an online course. So for y'all listening out there, we will be able to do past life regressions possibly when I get certified. So maybe on a future episode, we'll have it on video like Losey and Kill talking about prior lives. And hopefully it ain't no weird shit going on in them.
We've been talking about that too.
Hey, we're cutting the cameras, bro. She goes south. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Nobody's going to know about that.
No. So we won't talk about that past life. We'll skip to another one.
Let's skip to
but if you guys
we're done with this one. What's going on else in this world, this other world?
Like, bruh. For
That's
real,
exactly
man.
what it'd be like.
But yeah, for y'all listening out there, look up past life regressions. What do you guys think about like reincarnation? You know, what do y'all feel about that?
What do I feel about that?
What do you feel about reincarnation?
You know, I mean, from a religious standpoint.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if there's anything. Losey could probably know more than me about that. As far as religious text goes,
do they ever speak about reincarnation?
I don't think there's anything in that speaks on that
I know of.
I've never read anything.
The inability for you know what I'm saying.
But it don't ever disprove it, right?
No,
it doesn't speak on it at all.
Yeah, it's like it's
yeah.
It's like Biden skipping around certain questions.
You got to think, man.
Don't talk about it.
So here's one thing about that. Like, so there are more human beings on this planet right now than there's ever been.
Yeah.
How many billions?
So there's no way we could be recycling souls because there's got to be new souls coming from somewhere.
You know, it's weird you say that. And I've brought her up. And y'all know who I'm going to talk about.
Dolores Cannon.
Dolores Cannon.
I haven't read this book, but she has a book called The New Earth. What she says is, just crack that body armor open, bro. Let them know you're getting hydrated. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
That was
Shout out
Chris.
Body Armor. We need some sponsorship.
Particularly
Anyway.
Fruit Punch is my favorite.
There you go. But she said that there's a new Earth coming, and that Earth is actually moving into another dimension as we speak. It's transitioning. It's kind of weird to think about all that stuff. And I'm I can't say none of that's wrong. I can't say none of it's right.
Well, you know, what if the multi-dimension theory is true?
Yeah.
You would have an almost unlimited amount of souls. Like they could be transitioning from
Yes,
another
sir.
dimension here,
They could.
living. I
and
mean,
that's what she's saying. There's new souls coming that are going to change the Earth. And she goes by how people are born.
they're progressing up the different floors of life. Like there's
Exactly.
a 10-story building, and
Yep.
10th floor is
Man.
heaven, and the bottom floor is the very beginning when you first enter the first
Who knows?
dimension.
And you're leveling up as we.
The basement is hell.
that's
You know,
it.
you fall off the top of the building and you fall away to the bottom because you didn't learn your lesson.
Exactly.
I mean, from my understanding biblically, like when we die, we don't go to heaven. So we're in a waiting period as to, because when they talk about the return of Christ, like the trumpet blows, and then after everything happens, like the souls from the graveyard go first. And that's why they always say, like, that's why the graves are pointed where they're pointed.
Like the south
to the
and
east,
east
to
and
the
west.
east, to the rising sun.
Rising sun.
Sky.
Now, that's pretty crazy. You think, it's wild. Like purgatory is a waiting space, correct?
Well, I mean,
is that where ghosts are?
I don't know. And
on
I've always
Earth?
had a different theory on this, and I mentioned to other people. So here's what I believe. You know, if you went all the way back to, and some people don't believe in Adam and Eve, but
Right, some don't.
I personally do. So we'll just say
It's pretty much been proven
from the
almost.
time that we'll just say Adam died, right?
Yeah. Yep.
To the time when the very last human being on this planet breathes their last breath and dies.
It's going to happen one day.
I think that judgment is literally for every single human being who has ever existed. Because, see, with God, time is not an actual thing.
Time's not a matter.
It's not a matter for
As
him.
humans, we created time pretty much.
Yeah, time does not exist to God.
No,
So
not in
every
our
single
sense.
person's judgment comes at the same moment,
Yeah.
at the snap of a finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like there is no lapse of time. It isn't like Adam has been here on this planet for however long it was from the time he passed away to the time the last human being passed away. He's not been in this in between, purgatory or whatever you want to call it.
But what if he was like reincarnated?
Well, I mean, that throws a whole other.
That's like a whole wrench in all of
then
it.
you go down a different rabbit hole. But
Here's what Dolores always said about reincarnation, since we're speaking of this. She said people alluded to her that she had put under hypnosis that God does not judge you. Now, that's a whole different thing than the Bible says. And it's not like disproving God, because she still talks about an all great power and a God. But she said we judge ourselves. There is a committee there, almost like a board, that your life review is put on in front of you, them and you. There's no judgment from them. But what she said is that everybody alluded to her that she put under hypnosis is that you see your life review from a third person view. Like, say there was that camera watching, this, and then that's when you do judgment on yourself. You're like, man, I didn't know I hurt them that bad.
But
I didn't know I said that to them and made them feel that way in their life. But who knows how? I mean, I can't say no, that's all true. But
coming from a religious standpoint again,
right,
we have the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Okay. So if God isn't the one judging,
right,
those are the commandments that He gave us. Mm-hmm. What are we to abide by then? Our own commandments, in which case that was a horrible idea.
Well, maybe that was just a guideline to live by.
It is a guideline
to guide your soul.
It is, but those commandments came from God Himself.
Well, I'm not saying that like He can't, that He's not in control.
You're saying that He created them, but He's not going to be the one to judge you
right. You gotta to learn. You have to judge yourself. You got to get in touch with your own soul. Like He's there and He's an all powerful God. She said
again. What does she?
But He's
feel?
an all loving God.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. What did you say her views on like hell is? What was that again?
Now here's how she said this. And like I said, man, I take this all with a grain of salt. We're all open-minded here.
Yeah.
And that's how we learn.
Right. I'm just curious.
She said hundreds, if not thousands of people that she regressed through the past lives they had and how they died and went to the other side through the subconscious mind, stated that hell was not a real thing. And here's why she stated that. They all told her that God is a loving God, and he's not going to cast you to hell for messing up one life. He's not going to throw you in eternal fire for messing up one life, because we're given multiple tries, because life is a test, is what she said. And you cannot pass a test all the time with just one life. We have to learn. And the reason we're sitting here multiple times in reincarnation is to level our soul up to be closer to God.
Yeah.
Just like she said, and I'm not saying it's right. I can't say that because I don't know. We don't know. But she said God is an all-loving God. He would not cast you. He would not throw your precious soul that's been here for millions of years, she said, away like that.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time. But she said also there is bad people and they're more savage. Their souls are not evolved as much as, say, our souls. Kind of, yeah. And what they do is they are locked to what they call an earthbound spirit, to where almost like purgatory, almost like they have to live it that same life over and over, and it's almost like a hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can allude to that because I truly don't know. That's just what that they relayed to her, and she said that was made up because that is a control tactic, a fear tactic made by the church to implement to keep people in line. Because 2,500 years ago. I don't know though. I was going to say 2,500 years ago, people was more barbaric and more savage, but are they? These days, man, morals are out the window, bro.
I just had this conversation, the other day when I was at work with a guy, and we were talking about how, like, it's kind of on that topic in a sense, but we were talking about how the word savage gets tossed around nowadays.
Yeah.
People don't realize this, and I've had people argue with me about this, that the earth right now as a whole is in the most peaceful time.
It truly is.
That it's ever seen, in my opinion. And you got to think, even when there is a war, how indirect the violence is in terms of like hand to hand
these days.
Because how much easier is it for me to pull out a gun, shoot somebody in the head, from a distance,
100 meters,
kill you, and then just walk away because there was nothing personal about that.
Yeah, because you take it back to the Spartan times. We're hand to hand rolling up on each other, bro. I'm cutting throats. I'm chopping arms off.
Yeah, I'm 2 to 4 feet away from you at any point in time.
I'm talking blood splatter on my face. I'm looking like a psycho.
You're cutting throats.
I'm 300 kicking people through walls,
you're
bro.
Disemboweling somebody. How much more personal does that get?
Exactly.
And it's very
like you're looking a dude in the eyes.
Yes.
No homo.
You're touching each other.
No homo. But you're looking dudes in the eyes, cutting people's throat. I mean, that is man, bro. Speaking of that. Like, I'm going to allude back to, like, the ancestry thing. Did I ever tell you guys about how, like, I don't know if y'all can see the picture. This is my great-grandma and grandpa. My grandpa on this side is the one that I'm related to Lizzie Borden.
Okay.
Yep. So, anyways, but my grandma on this side, we trace back our heritage on her side. And it traces back to, I think she was my 17th great-grandma, was a lady named Margaret Tudor. Margaret Tudor was the daughter of King Henry of England. And Margaret Tudor went on to be the Queen of Scotland. They had they do that union stuff back in the day to like marry royal blood to royal blood. And they did that to join Scotland and England together. Right, yeah. Now check this out. I'm talking about battle. I know it's kind of alluding to some crazy stuff and this is kind of off topic, but I thought that was really cool. Yeah. Now I can't say for 1,000% fact that's true, but that's what it all led up to through DNA. So basically, I'm still related through blood somehow to the Queen today. And I'll tell you about that in a whole other thing. But anyways, Margaret Tudor, her brother, and I cannot remember his name. He might have been Henry Jr. or something like that, the second or whatever.
Yeah.
But he ended up killing Margaret's husband in battle, bro. The King of Scotland, he killed him in battle.
Wow.
And they banished Margaret Tudor from Scotland, saying that she set that up and had something to do with it. And that's going to personal battle. I wonder how he killed him.
Yeah.
And they took her kids and everything from her.
And they knew each other.
They knew each other. And I wonder what the beef was. I never did look into that.
Yeah. But I mean, it was battle. They were pitted against each other. So it's.
But I don't know because they were supposed to join the unions together. So was they on the same team? And he said, "I don't like this motherfucker. I'm gonna cut him up." Or you know what I'm saying? Like, did he do some sly shit? Did he sucker punch him with a sword in the face? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look into that. But anyways, that's pretty personal, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a cool.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. The point I was making was, we say savage. We do savage.
Yeah.
Have you ever just sat around and looked at a room nowadays and you're just like, all these dudes in here, if you asked any of these guys sitting in this room, if I'm like, man, you consider yourself a bad dude. What if I punched you out the mouth right now? Would you fight me? there'd be so many more fights out there. People were as savage as they claim to be.
Oh man,
let's just be real.
They rock that title, bro.
We
but
are
when it's
so
time to do B
domesticated.
shit, they ain't doing B
We're
shit.
so domesticated nowadays.
We are.
That's why I look at people and I just laugh because I'm like, man, there's so many quote unquote bad dudes in this world nowadays. Man, people ain't about that life.
Like,
man.
I stand on business, bro. Like, I'm gonna bust this dude's shit when I see you out at Kroger. They're like, hey, Garrett,
talking
now,
about that
am I on here talking
well,
shit,
we
saying
was.
that, but I am about that life. Look, man, I don't go out here fighting dudes all the time. No. But you best bet that if someone come up and start talking shit, I'm gonna mash you in the fucking mouth.
You damn right.
Just saying that, you come up and say, "Put my family," especially if it comes to my family or something.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah,
100%. Like, no joke. It's over. No words.
Yeah,
it's done.
It's on site.
But I mean, it's just funny though that people think that the world's such a bad place. This and that, man. Hey, he used to be a lot more savage.
It did. In a gist of it, man. Back then, there was atrocities that was happening that we can't even almost fathom today. Like fathom, like it's.
And the thing is nowadays people look at these things. They take things much more personally. Mm-hmm. Back then, if I went to battle, okay, say we'll even use the Civil War.
Yeah,
160 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I run into battle, and I fire my musket one time instead of reloading. Man, they're right on top of me. I've got to take my bayonet to this man.
Yep.
I stabbed this man.
Chihuahuas running around biting our ankles.
Yeah, the Mexicans, man, down there around the border.
That was the trenches.
The annexation of Texas, and we're out there. But seriously though, you do that and you go home from that. And I'm not saying every one of those soldiers didn't have issues, but there was a lot less.
They didn't allude to the PTSD stuff, what you're saying.
No,
right?
and I'm not saying that it didn't exist because it
had
100% did. But I think that things were a lot more common back then. Yeah. And think about like the death of children. We always see a lot of headstones for children that passed away. Man. Families were just a lot more accustomed to hardship and loss and death, and just by default, they were more savage.
I mean, now look at this picture. Nobody ever smiled in these old pictures, man. And they may have had reasons for that, bro. Their life was a lot harder than ours. We over here bitching about everything.
We're spoiled.
Everything, bro.
We're spoiled compared to them.
My internet's lagging.
They were probably already dead in those pictures.
Nah, they wouldn't. That's my family, bro. They eternally live forever. Like vampires.
Yeah, they got that vampire Irish blood.
That's right.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yep. But anyways, I get what you're saying,
Jack
bro.
The Ripper.
Probably was. Hey, I heard he did cut a few people. My aunt told me.
Lizzie Borden's like
it runs in the family.
10th cousin.
Slice them and dice them, bro.
But no joke, man. I really understand. I pick up what you're saying on that, bro, because I mean that's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
We are mentally not built the same as our ancestors.
And speaking of savagery, you know what I'm saying? I read a thing earlier today where they found I'm wanting to say it's in South American Peru. They discovered a tomb of like 500 young males that was skinned.
Skin.
Like they took their skin off.
Oh wow!
Skinned them because, like, I guess the way they buried them, they could tell they didn't have their skin on them. They decapitated them, and they said they thought that was like where they was warring with that tribe, and they just skinned.
Yeah,
you talking about savage? Let's go ahead and say, hey, bro, let's kill 500 of these dudes over here. We're just gonna skin them. We're gonna eat their damn skin like some pork rinds or something. We're gonna skin them.
It's like a trophy.
But you tell me that ain't savage, so I don't want to hear nobody talking about no savage shit.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still very bad and very savage things, I guess you would say. We'll throw it around. That happen these days.
Absolutely.
But if you could take it back to 2,000, 3,000 years ago and you had the news networks that could cover what was going on in the world, dude, it would be nonstop, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look at World War II. You had the Russians, when they came into Germany, bro, they was killing everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They wasn't playing kids, women.
But that's on a whole other topic. I'm getting ready to jump into a bunch of things. My mind goes wild when we talk about World War II.
Man, mine too, bro.
I'm just, they were actually just getting back at Germany for the war crimes that the Nazis committed on them and their people.
They was. Yeah. And not saying it was right because there was so many innocent bystanders.
Man, if you're talking about one-upping somebody, oh my God.
The Red Machine was no joke.
The USSR, when they finally busted through those lines, it was. They
was scared to death. They said that the Germans feared the Russians because, man, they was ruthless, bro.
Did you actually know, which I know that you know this, but for our listeners out there, I guess, at the end of World War II, okay, the Japanese, one main reason that they actually surrendered, I think, a couple days before we dropped the 2 nuclear bombs on them.
Yes, sir.
They caught wind that the Russians were actually going to move in from the north and join in on the war against them with us. They had a previous war they fought against the Russians and knew how to use this term, savage, that they were. And out of fear, they surrendered to us because they wanted no part.
They wanted no part of the Russians.
Because they knew what devastation it would leave. And they also understood that they would then come under Russian rule.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Them guys wasn't joking from Mother Russia, bro.
And really, they did us a favor because had Russia got involved, we could have had another Berlin Wall situation in Japan.
Could you imagine if, we're going to have to get off this topic so we can talk about it all night. We could do a whole episode on World War II stuff, but could you imagine if Hitler did not trade and cross the treaty that him and Stalin had together, if they would have teamed up? There's no way that nobody in the whole world could not have fought Russia and Germany together.
No, us.
There's
Britain,
no way.
There's no way in Canada.
You know, Germany would have been passing out them methamphetamine pills. Like, here, bro, hey Stalin, take these, man. You know,
well, yeah, especially if Hitler and Stalin would have teamed up. And Hitler would have given him tips on how to build a Russian war machine. Because, see, Russia had no choice with their backs against the wall with the Nazis pushing into Stalingrad.
They had to stand up.
They built a Russian war machine. They put everybody to work in the factories.
Human wall almost, too.
And then, man, once they finally got that thing roaring to life, it was just, the numbers was just too great.
Yeah, the thing is like, it's not that there was, well, they did have a more technically advanced tank at the time, I heard. But Russia
the
just
Nazis?
had to,
Yes.
No, the Russians, their tank actually outdid the Panzers.
Did they?
Yeah, I watched several things on that. I was really impressed. But which Hitler was working on a super tank.
A King Tiger.
Yep, King Tiger. But the numbers that the Russians just kept throwing people to the front lines, bro. And then the winter hit, and it was so brutal that Germany just wasn't used to it.
They were not prepared.
And they realized that Russia was putting it all on the line.
Mm-hmm.
They was, man, millions of young men dying, bro.
Yeah.
Now that is savage shit right there.
I mean, and us hitting them from the Western Front.
That helped. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That really
that put them, you know.
They were stressed out.
They had to devote more, the Nazis, had to devote more attention to the Western Front as well.
Because we was a big deal over there.
We were. Because at this point in time, we blasted through Italy in a week.
D-Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow.
Operation,
could you imagine
Operation Mincemeat, we got their attention diverted to somewhere else and blasted through Italy before with a tank division.
Yep.
General Patton.
Can you imagine being those young men on those vessels coming on the beach?
No.
Normandy, bro.
No, I can't. There's no way.
Could you imagine like the feeling you would have?
There's no way I can put my mind in that. That's some
savage shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that's the kind of shit. I mean, damn, bro.
Yeah.
It's cool that I got some relics from D-Day.
Absolutely. I think it's cool that your grandpa was just a part of like the Pacific Theater, you know?
Yeah, because the Pacific Theater is kind of pushed to the side a lot of times. You ever notice that?
It is in a sense, but because, you know,
people don't think about that as much.
People were just looking at how much was going on, like we're talking about. There was a lot of moving parts going on in the
and Hitler
Eastern
was the
Front.
ultimate bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was. And Japan was just kind of like, you know, Hitler was shocked when Japan actually attacked Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, whoa, they really did that? They actually
And he was kind of mad about that, I heard, too, though.
Yeah.
Because he
knew we would get involved.
He knew it was going to happen. Yeah, okay.
Well, anyway, we'll move on. So, you got anything you want to hit on?
Well, I want to kind of go back to the Rittenhouse trial. I know we're backtracking here. Man, and I'm not trying to turn this into a race thing, but come on, man. I seen several videos of African-American men saying, what are we doing, black men? Let's stand up against this stuff. Do they even understand that nobody of color was injured in this?
You know, I don't think that they're fully informed. I think anyone who is making those claims could be fully informed. And
I'm not trying to say nothing bad. I'm just saying, look, I understand, but at the same time, you need to get your information a little more on track, bro.
You owe it to yourself to understand what is going on and not to develop a preconceived idea of what happened.
It's like your narrative. Go back to that.
Well, you just stereotype the whole thing. You saw that there was a 17, 18-year-old white male that was involved in a shooting. He's on trial
with
a riot involved.
Yep.
And they immediately, this is my opinion, they immediately create a narrative.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, of course he's going to be acquitted. because he's white.
And he killed some black people.
And that's not.
But that's not what happened.
That's not what happened at all.
But we can talk about the guy, the young black man that ran through a Christmas parade and killed several people.
Yeah.
I mean, do you see us out here rioting over that?
No.
Innocent people, bro?
You don't.
So what we need to do, man, I understand, look, and I almost thought maybe these black guys was like want to take up for white guys. I mean, but then I realized what was going on. I'm like, bro, like.
Also, something I think that's worth bringing up on a political note, which we, like you said, we try not to sound too much, but
right.
Do you realize, like, whenever Trump won in 2016, how big of a deal that was for the left and all the people that affiliate with the left, how they acted, the safe space ordeal where they had to create safe spaces for people, for college students, and how they were affected, and what am I trying to say? Like all of the bad things that arose from that, the way that the left reacted to that, right?
Oh man, it was like it was the end of the world.
And not just when he was elected, but throughout the 4 years he was, in power in the White House. So then you look at whenever Joe Biden won in a suspicious way, we'll say.
Super sus.
And,
super sus.
You look at how the Republican Party reacted to that and those who affiliate themselves with the Republican Party. And even up until right now, we're not even a full year in, but, and then you see the job he's doing, and we're still not acting out.
We're not acting too crazy.
We're just a different breed.
I feel that way, and not saying we're better than anybody, but we handle situations a little bit more maturely, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I think that you could come out right and say we handle situations better.
Way better, because we could have threw a damn temper tantrum and said, that ain't my president.
Yeah. Now,
he is our president.
Yeah. And, I believe, too, that we did create a little bit of an outrage. An outrage had happened. We did want to recount the votes. We did do all these things, but we also didn't go out in the streets and riot.
We've not tried to impeach him yet. Like we ain't screaming impeach.
We're not
all
crying
the time
about it. We're not talking about safe spaces and that how we are like mentally damaged from this situation and that blah blah blah. You don't hear.
We're letting him try to do his job
exactly, and we want him to succeed.
We do, because that hurts us if he don't. Which his job is kind of slipping away.
I always want my president, whether he's the one that I wanted to be elected or not, I want them to do a good job.
I do, man.
I want them to fulfill their duties as necessary and as they should.
That's like now, man. If he turned around and everything was going crazy good, I'm like, man, Joe, I'm going to swallow them bad words.
Or if his policies, say that this package that he just passed, this $1 trillion whatever, Build Back America, is that what it's called? Is that what he dubbed it?
Yeah.
Hey, if this right here succeeds, like I don't think it will. I personally don't think it's going to do much. I think it's another one of those like Obama era deals.
I do too.
If it does succeed and it makes a huge difference, and I can visually see, we can all visually see that and feel that change. Hey man, I'm all about it.
That's me. I'm all about it.
And I'll give him all the credit and say he absolutely signed that deal.
I'll applaud for him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to see us do good. I want the best for us. But when, we'll just leave it at that,
Yeah, we can live with this shit all
You know what I mean?
But, yeah. So let's just get off this topic. What y'all think?
I'm just a hater, man.
I'm a hater too, fuck it.
Straight out.
I'm salty as hell right now. My sodium is out of the roof right now.
I still smell his pumpkin spice. Like
I think it's really like it's hurt him, bro. Like he's been kind of over like he's affected. Like
it's working through that digestive system, and he's
kind of affected, bro.
I don't know.
I hope the new SARS virus don't arrive out of this shit.
SARS.
COVID-22.
Oh, God.
Lord Jesus.
SARS allegiance.
The basic white boy virus.
Bruh.
Damn. Anyways, man, I was talking about Elon Musk earlier. I'm going to bring this up real quick. Have you guys ever heard about this Neurolink thing he's working on?
He's working on so many
we just kind of touched on it a little bit.
We did. Let me see if I can find some cool facts about it. Okay, well, I'll watch the video before we find these facts. Now, what Neuralink is a small chip that is inserted into your brain. Now, this can be removed without adverse effect. So what they do is they cut like a nickel-sized circle out in your skull while you are awake. They insert this small chip. It has 4 or 5 wires in it. It's put into the soft tissue of your brain. This thing is also wirelessly charged. So you have like a little wireless thing when you go to sleep, you can charge this thing, the battery in it. But what this thing does, man, some of the cool things about this, let me find some of these cool facts.
So not to interrupt you before you jump into this.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing he has going on, Starlink, am I right?
Yep, Neurolink.
Is Starlink and Neurolink going to link up?
I do feel that way.
So we got some straight up like Terminator level.
It's almost like some cyborg stuff.
Yeah.
But like Elon, he alluded to in one interview I watched, he said, we're already cyborgs. And they're like, what? Your phone's attached to your hand. We're always on that phone, bro.
He's just trying to groom us and get us ready. He's like, well, we're already cyborgs
Elon,
anyway.
bro,
Let's just put that chip in my brain, Elon.
Would you? I'm down for this, bro.
He's just,
no, you
I
ain't.
swear, bro, if he said, hey, let me do this trial on you, bro, I'm going to be like, roll me out in a Tesla.
What's this? All right, hold on. Before we get into this, before I give you my ultimatum, what is this thing going to do for me?
Okay.
Sell it to me. You're a used car Neuralink salesman.
I am the Tesla, the Neuralink, the Starlink, the representative Elon. Okay, anyways.
Garrett Vanderpool is my sales consultant for
Garrett Musk.
Sell me this.
Garrett Musk.
Sell me this thing.
Listen to this. According to Neuralink, its technology could help people who are paralyzed with spinal or brain injuries. So if you're paralyzed, this can help paraplegics and people like that walk again.
I don't know about that, man. We're talking about tissue regeneration and all that, man. This
no,
chip ain't doing
it's
all
not.
that.
Well, I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about like, I didn't mean to say paraplegic. I'm talking about like paralyzed people that still have their limbs.
Oh, okay.
So
that when they have like,
I'm getting super excited about this damn Neuralink. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Okay, now hold on here. By giving them the ability to control computerized devices with their minds.
Okay.
She got silent real quick.
Like,
we're looking at her like,
it's like, well, I'm trying to think about what I'll be doing. Like, I mean,
so telepathically, is that saying that maybe we could even talk to each other?
I can already do that. I can say, "Hey Alexa," and like she works. That's how my mind just thought that. And
but your fucking legs don't, and they've been working for 10 years. Hey
man,
Alexa,
that's savage.
That was savage.
Okay, but you know,
yeah.
But you know that's I mean, that'd be great. I think for the people, I think he needs to actually do a test run on people who has it been successful.
Corey was just like,
has it been successful?
Well, I don't know if he's done this on people yet, but he has installed this into some pigs.
You know,
because they say pigs tissue is very similar to humans.
Okay, so what happened to these pigs? His legs.
Now, I did watch like it was a long video demonstration, but I only watched a little bit of it. I watched several things on Neuralink, but he showed one that had it, and it was the Neuralink chip was.
I'm about to look this up.
Go ahead. I'm like, go ahead. The proof's in the pudding.
Do that.
The proof's not in the noodles, but it is in the pudding.
Like, it's all there. Look it up.
It's there. What if Elon just kicked the back door and said, "What's up, guys?"
I wish you'd FaceTime us right now.
I wish he would. Hey, Elon, come on, bro. But anyway, check us out. They removed one of them after they installed it just to show that you'd be perfectly fine after. But the one that did have the Neuralink chip installed into its brain, it was picking up, it was reading all the neurological things its brain was firing. It sounded like almost like a music tone, like it was like when its snout would touch something, it would pick up those nerve endings and it would fire, and the Neuralink would read this into a code almost. Pretty neat, man.
So these wires, are they more like prongs?
They're very tiny. They're almost like the size of a human hair.
So what are they actually wiring into? Are they
going somewhere,
just going into the soft tissue?
Into the soft tissue of maybe like the frontal lobe. I don't know exactly where they install that.
Okay.
Bluetooth.
It is Bluetooth.
Yeah. It says that people with paralysis can easily operate their phones and computer directly with their brain.
But can they easily operate their legs?
I mean,
and
if you
limbs?
can operate a phone and you know how many Mark of the Beast comments you're going to get from this? You know how many Mark of the Beast you're going to get from this?
Well, that's true. But now check this out, man. All right, I'm going to read some more on this.
I don't know,
man. This is crazy.
Check this out. This would provide paraplegics, quadriplegics, and stroke victims the liberating experience of doing things by themselves again.
So instead of like actually fixing their neural pathway problems, they're enabling them to work external things to make them feel more independent again.
Some things, but now what I was reading on this, man, they will regain control of their nerves, and the Neuralink will link their nerves back to I guess the way their brain picks up on these nerves. And because I don't know how, like, when you're a quadriplegic or a what causes that? There's some kind of sever in the nerves.
It can be many things. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why whenever you said that about paraplegics, I was like, well, some of them, man, they have like spinal degeneration.
Yeah, true.
Now, you're obviously, if you have a neural issue that's causing you not to be able to function your legs, and then due to that, you have spinal deterioration. Once you can fire those neurons again, you can slowly work. Have somebody work your legs to the point where you build some muscle, and then. But if it's like damage to the point where like your body can't regenerate that muscle tissue and so on, then
see, I don't know about that.
Much for that. But that's where stem cell therapy comes in.
And they have a new. Did you see where they was like injecting gels into your spinal cord now that to re-heal and rebuild stuff? See, I'm saying this stuff will start working together. Those stuff are looking at me like, bro, they need to inject something to my stomach and pump this out.
I don't know, man. This is wild.
It's wild, bro.
I haven't really looked into this.
Are you bothered about this, or are you bothered about those noodles?
Both.
Basic white boy shit. Anyways, this Neuralink damn sure ain't.
Yeah.
No.
Now, what I will say, I mean, we have pages we can read. I mean, I just kind of touched on this briefly, but another thing I respect about Elon is he's wanting to make this very affordable for people, like around $2,000 range affordable operation.
What would we be doing right now without Elon Musk?
What would be? What would we be doing,
I wouldn't have any
bro?
hope about anything. I'd just be like, I mean, he's bringing all this.
He's bringing the facts, bro, and he's bringing all these engineered things and stuff to help
Look
humanity,
what all he's doing
bro.
Right now.
SpaceX. I mean,
But you know what's crazy though, and I don't know if many people made that connection. But as soon as you said Neuralink, and I thought about Starlink, and I'm like, I know the two got to be linking up, and
has to.
What if you could what if through this, since you can Bluetooth, like to make things work electronically, what if eventually we could do like, what's that called when like I could telepathic?
That's what I was saying earlier. What if I could talk to you and we wouldn't have to talk and I'd be over there like, man, Losey's stomach's over her.
And I was thinking it, dude.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking it.
They say you can actually do telepathic things like,
dude, hey, I know a way you could do that without even having to do it brain to brain. Just hit me.
What?
Okay. If you wore like these glasses that were Bluetooth sensitive and they could put like a teleprompter type thing in front of you.
End of quote.
End of quote. And you put the glasses on and I thought it, and his glasses were receiving what I was typing out in my head. Then he would be able to read across the room what I'm trying to tell him. Man, I'm telling you, this could create a lot of problems.
Well, yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what, man. Let me find this right here.
Because what if I start giving that information to the wrong person across the room?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, that's true. That's like you're airdropping all kinds of dick pics to somebody, and the wrong person hit it up.
Man, that'd be weird. So you would like just mentally drop the dick pic, dude? I hope you ain't doing that.
I mean, why would you not? Like you see some bad bitch, bro. You see some bad bitch, bro, and you're over there like,
you can mentally drop any pic you want.
Bluetooth this massive download of this dick pic.
This massive
it's
download.
gonna cause you all kinds of data problems.
It'd be like,
and then there's gonna be them other guys out there. It's like, look, this is gonna be a super fast 2 kilobyte download.
Yeah, you better hope your Bluetooth works faster than Highlander access cable.
But anyways, yeah, like it's pretty cool. But I also read a thing also about Neuralink. We'll get off this subject. They said it will make your memory almost perfect.
Oh,
it's to the fact to listen.
Can it tap into your subconscious?
He has alluded to some of this.
No.
Yes, bro. I know that sounds crazy, but check it out. I'm trying to find this.
If it can get into my subconscious, I want it.
Dude. What are you reading on it? Hit us with it, bro.
Elon Musk company Neuralink shared a video of a monkey playing ping pong with its mind.
There you go.
How's it doing that?
Does that
monkey have Neuralink
robotic arm, bro.
Oh, we can work prosthetic legs.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
But hey,
Elon, man,
I got a question.
Killing the game.
If your legs didn't work, right?
Yeah.
And they said, look, we could create it where you could work your prosthetic legs, so we got to cut them legs off. Would you go through with that surgery?
I'd be fast as hell, bro.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Tink, 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 tink.
You know what this reminds me of? Remember that fucking cartoon, Go-Go Gadget?
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget, bro.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Hey,
like would Neuralink like knock out like Viagra?
Hey, if you haven't seen this, so wow. That just hit me.
Well, Go-Go Gadget.
Go-Go Gadget zipper. Anyway.
Elongated.
Wow.
Anyways, I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done with it. Hey, I'm done with it. We're not going back to 12 on this one.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. So, no, for those of you out there that really want to know how Neuralink works, go hit up a movie called Terminator Salvation.
It's weird you said that, bro.
There's actually a cyborg in there that Skynet, the main bad company that created all these Terminators, they put a chip inside this guy's head.
That's true.
They completely turned this dude into a cyborg. He was still human enough to bypass all of the tests of being a human, but yet he was a Terminator, essentially. He had that chip in his head that he ended up ripping out, actually.
I remember that.
It's pretty crazy.
Now check this out, bro. Neuralink could also be potential of superhuman cognition.
I'll believe this when Elon Musk does it himself.
Bro, do it to me. I will fuck MindFaction up. I'll be over here spitting off some facts, bro. People be like, damn, this is too smart, bro.
It'd be boring.
It kind of would. But anyways, look. That is cool, though, man. Also, I did see one thing, and I'm getting off the topic. I'm bouncing off of it. Where he's talking like a heads-up display in your eye, bro.
A heads-up display in your eyeball.
Yes, sir. Like you would almost see some Terminator shit in the corner of your eye. Would like analyze certain situations. It would show you temperatures. It would show you whatever GPS. It could show you possibly even night vision, infrared stuff.
You can take pictures.
You could like download how to.
And they said you can also capture your memories. Like like we're sitting here, I can almost video and store that in my mind where I can play it back.
Yeah. Dude, I'm imagining you.
Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Is that not dope?
Dude, imagine professional athletes.
I don't know about dope.
I bet they'd outlaw like steroids. They would. They would.
Man.
They would.
All right. Hot take. I really think steroids should be allowed in sports.
That's what I'm saying.
I think steroids should be allowed for everybody.
That is, man, everybody's got this misconception about steroids, like they're super bad for you. The first thing they prescribe to you when you go to a doctor when you're sick, steroids. If you do it, you can do
it all
30
boils
Tylenol
down
when you're done. You know
it all boils down to
how you
there is a right and wrong way to take them.
And we're not promoting that for the youth out there, but I'm saying, look, I busted on some tests, bro. That shit did help me. And it's naturally in your body. I'm trying to get that honey badger test like 12. You know what I'm saying now, but honestly,
honey badger.
Do you know why they outlawed steroids? Did you ever read into much of that?
Maybe I don't know exactly if
you're outlawed steroids because of sports.
Well, yeah, I mean, that
was the actual cause of it.
In the 1950s, I heard that the United States was falling behind the Soviet Union in like some powerlifting events and so on. So we created Dianabol.
Yep.
And our athletes started to take it. And obviously we reaped the benefits and destroyed every other country in the Olympics.
And I think that's when Germany come back with T-ball.
Yeah.
They did do T-ball, which I've taken also, not promoting it, but it was a wonderful supplement.
But that's exactly, and that's a perfect word right there. It is a supplement. It is not a.
It's no different than creatine to me.
And another thing is too, it
just works better.
Misconception,
more efficient,
is that you can take it and it's going to turn you into a superhuman. No, you take it.
It's going to turn you into a super fat ass if you're on that couch and you're working out.
Because that appetite is going to skyrocket.
It will,
and that ass ain't moving.
You know, I'm not big no more like I used to be. I used to lift weights quite a bit. And I was decent size, but I've had guys always ask me that question, bro. Can I take some kind of like oral steroid, anabolic steroid, and not have to work out? I'm like, you can.
And you knew a guy who did. Wink, wink.
Yep, I did. And
we're not self-incriminating on this.
No, and your ass gonna get fat with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to put in the work still. I'm tired of people saying, well, he took steroids, that's why he's strong.
Bitch. And right
now, I'm still in the gym killing it.
This is a crazy time to be talking about this too, because they were
bitch.
It's all good. There's been, several high profile bodybuilders to pass away over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they have.
And especially in the last year, I think there's been like 3 or 4.
Yes, sir.
Very young.
Very young guys.
One like recent Mr. Olympia, Sean Roden, I think was his name. And he passed away just recently at the age of 40 something.
It was something way too young.
And man, look, if people knew the levels, I mean, honestly, their bodies had gotten so accustomed to the superhuman amounts of steroids, and they're taking multiple compounds at a time. And they never really fully have an off cycle.
I mean, because that stuff is hard on your liver.
Yes, it is. You're doing it's hard on your liver. It's hard on your kidneys. It's hard on your heart. It's hard on every organ in your body. And when you don't give it time to regenerate and heal, and that's the whole point, like if you do a proper on cycle, off cycle, post psychotherapy.
Your body's healing.
Take a proper dosage.
Yep. Take a break.
Be patient. You're going to see.
Flow silver light.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dr. Kilby is telling you how to.
Dr. Kilby.
Look, sit down and I'll prescribe you.
Sit your ass down, and we're going to prescribe you that stack to get you swollen,
Yes.
bro. The proper way.
I'm going to put you on some on a good dose of test and trimbolin acetate. Okay, no, I'm joking.
But anyways, yeah, but you're right, bro.
Yeah, there's a wrong and a right way.
There is. That's anything, bro. If I take 35 Tylenol one time, I'm done for.
Exactly.
My liver over here is going to be like, what the hell did you just do to me, bro? Like
Yeah.
it's exploding very much. So yeah, anyways, I don't know.
Get off on
But
that.
Neurolink, hey, y'all out, hey, Elon, if you're watching, hook your boy up with a Tesla and a damn Neurolink.
Not me.
I'm trying to kill it, bro.
Give me one of them
you
new
can test
cell
me
phones.
out. Hey, yeah, I need that cell phone too. This XS Max is kind of outdated. Elon, hit us up, bro.
Typically, when Garrett says "try me out," it's malicious, but in this effect,
I am very welcoming.
he's your guinea pig.
I am.
Try him out.
Try me out, Elon. No,
You're like up on a shelf right now.
Almost shit, bro.
You're one of those like toys or whatever. It's like try me,
Dude, what
That's
if y'all,
Garrett.
no shit. What if I went out there, bro, and I came back and I was like, you was like, damn, this motherfucker is on point, bro.
What would I
Like,
do?
I'm on
then?
point anyways. But I'm saying you'd be like,
Fear none.
fear none experiments, bro. I'm with it.
Where do you go from here, Garrett? You already fear none.
I do. And it's time to conquer other aspects of life.
Yeah. So you're
Talking
like
Neuralink.
fear none. So that implies to people. Now you need to like fear
That's right.
no ideas.
I'm fearing no
Fear.
experiments.
You fear no fears.
Other than weird shit.
It actually leads
No weird
into one of my
sexual
fun
shit.
facts for tonight. So
Let's get it.
Are we going to jump right into fun facts?
Should we jump into fun facts?
Let's do it.
I mean, it's whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, we can always bounce around some more.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, why not? Let's see here.
Drop it on.
It's time for fun facts.
This
with
goes
the
hard every
bros.
time.
Man, this
Yep.
always
Yeah.
goes hard,
Mine.
bro.
Faction.
Yeah.
Cast. Yeah.
Neuro.
Ready for that beat. Drop. Let's go.
Yep, I like it. Great fun facts. Man, I'm ready for it. I love fun facts, dude. You know, I hit y'all up in a group chat, speaking of fun facts real quick. And I was talking about maybe separating the segments of our episodes to maybe just like on YouTube,
Yeah.
just like the fun facts part, just like the murder mystery part, just like the other part too. You know, just break it up for people. But I don't know what y'all feel about that.
Yeah, you know, we kind of try to bank off what other successful podcasts have kind of done, and I think that's what
Yeah.
anybody should do. In anything that you do, you look at the successful people at the top, and you try to mimic that. So we're
Yep.
not, you know, I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
what
cool.
Joe Rogan's podcast does. He kind of breaks up into segments.
He does.
And we may do that for you guys sometime.
Yeah, just to hit on some highlight parts in the segment.
So talk about fears.
Okay.
Garrett fears none. But did you know we were
Right,
only
bro.
born with 2 innate fears?
Really?
While it might seem like you've been afraid of snakes or spiders since you were born, which that's weird because that's mine and Garrett's 2 big fears.
Well, we'll allude to that.
I've
after you
started
say
to come
this.
over. I've overcome my fear a little bit, man.
I've stomped a few snakes out this year.
And you know, maybe
I
we're-
have stomped a few,
we're getting
literally
better.
stomped them out.
But anyway,
Sorry, guys.
It's not totally true that you've always been afraid of those things that you feel like you may have always been afraid of. According to scientists, they have found that humans have just 2 innate fears: the fear of falling and the fear of loud sounds. The rest of your phobias are learned over time.
Okay. So that's just like a survival tactic.
Exactly.
Loud noises are intimidating. They
Yes.
could be very threatening. Falling, I mean, pretty
Yes.
damn self-explanatory.
Yep.
You know what's weird? We talked about hypnosis earlier. They say some of your phobias that you learn in this life could be from a prior life.
Really?
You may have had a run-in, and subconsciously your mind's telling you have an issue with that thing from a prior life. Not saying that's true. I know I'm on some wild shit tonight, but I'm just saying that's what they say.
You're always on some wild shit.
I'm on
Let's
some
just
wild
let's just
shit.
backtrack.
I ride down the road on some
Put
wild
that shit in reverse.
That's right.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Hey, put it in reverse, bro. Back it
Yeah,
up.
Terry,
But
back
is that
it
not
up.
weird though? Is that not weird? It makes you wonder about that.
Fear
Like
none,
you have
dude.
fear of drowning. You may have drowned in a prior life.
Yeah.
If we're gonna see, man. Look,
So
when I
wait.
get this hypnosis class done,
So
we're
man-
gonna bust out on everybody. I'm gonna be in the dollar store trying to hypnotize people at the damn register.
So whenever if you're reincarnated, what are you gonna fear, bro? You fear none.
I'm elite. I'm look. I guarantee when they regress me, because that lady did the regression on the girl that brought us the basic white boy noodles.
Yeah.
She's actually gonna be regressing me soon.
She was
Dude,
on
I got a mind trip right now that just hit my mind, and I'm gonna let you finish your thought, and I gotta hit you.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly do it.
Go ahead.
I think I was Leonidas in a past life. I'm a 300 kick. Some fucking fears, bro, right in the face.
What if you were that like
No,
deformed
what if I
that
was
they
a
wouldn't
weak-ass
allow
bitch?
in? What if you were a baby they threw over the hill?
They was like, oh, here's Garrett, fucking football punt, bro.
Oh man,
It's good, but his genetics ain't.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
was now. Speaking of savage, that was some savage shit back in the
They
day.
didn't give a fuck, did they?
They didn't give a shit. Anyways,
All right, mind trip you real quick.
let's do it.
Whenever you do one of these regressions,
Yeah,
isn't it crazy? Okay, we talk about multidimensional.
dimensional. Yes, sir.
They say there's no limitations to the multidimensional theory in terms of there could be another dimension where there's flying cars.
Thousands and
It could be the year
thousands.
2021, but we could be so far technologically
That's so
advanced,
weird to think about
or on the flip side, we could be so far backwards, like we could be like
Regressed.
in the Stone Age,
You know what I'm saying?
regressed
Yeah.
exactly. So with the regression thing, isn't it funny how every time they regress you, it goes back to a time period in which this dimension actually had occurred within it. So what if you went back and you were like Egyptian and it was like Egyptian times, but the year was like 1800 and the Egyptian society was still around? And
I don't know.
So every time you regress, it's a dimension exactly like our own. So it's like you have to think it's the same dimension.
No, when she says she regresses people, she takes them back to that time frame.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like,
Oh yeah, like the third dimension.
Yeah,
I got
there's
you.
no other.
I'm sorry.
So
I
you
was in
would think-
another dimension. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then when you regress, we say regression because
going
you're
backwards.
going backwards. No one is from the future. Or
You know,
no
that's
one
weird,
or no
man.
one is from a time where there's flying vehicles or
Exactly.
everyone's got Neurolink or
Like, do you think that God has everything planned out already, or does He let it go as it goes?
what if we are the furthest in the future that we can possibly go right now? Like, you know, people would think, hey,
New
you
world
can time
coming up.
travel or maybe there's another universe where people are in 2021, but like I just said, they're way more advanced.
That's true.
They're
Hey,
doing-
you never know.
We're traveling space like the Jetsons or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that obviously isn't happening if her theories are true.
It's true. That's weird to think, ain't it?
I just mind tripped you up.
That was
Hit
my
you
mind
hard
just
tonight.
fucking melted, bro.
Hit you hard tonight.
You just microwaved my mind, bro.
I just put it in there like a wax nut on my candle warmer.
And it smells delicious. Unlike these noodles
Candle warmer.
that's in the fucking garbage right
Candle
now.
warmer.
But anyways,
What'd you call it, bro?
wax warmer. What'd I say? What the fuck did I
Well,
say?
I don't know what you said.
Candle burner.
I don't know what I said earlier. I was too focused on this episode 13, bro. I ain't worried about
burners.
I just say this shit smells good as hell. My mom be making some nice smelling candles.
So you gonna have some blueberry pie? Is that what it is?
Blueberry cheesecake.
Blueberry
Blueberry
waffles.
Blueberry
This
pie.
right here, hey,
That's close.
hey, this is pumpkin cheesecake we're burning right
I'm
now.
tired of pumpkin. Maybe that's
can't
the pumpkin
smell
smell.
I
He
think
definitely smell better. You got that fucking COVID,
COVID
again,
21,
bro?
dude.
He's got a.
I'm fully vaccinated.
That is right. You leftist.
Don't you put that on me.
I won't do it. And it's sad. Let's jump in. No, we're in fun facts.
I can't even
Let's go.
smell that, man.
Okay, what else we got going?
All right.
What do you think the
Hit us with some fun facts.
what do you think the inventor of the frisbee? What do you think he wanted to do when he died?
What he wanted to do when
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah, when he died.
Damn.
What did he-
Is it something deep or is it pretty?
I mean, it's not. It's
me a
kind of
hint.
deep, but it's. What do you, I mean,
It's kind of deep.
Is
it's
he
not
like?
really deep, but it's kind of awkward too.
Did he want to like put on a frisbee and like through?
Well, just
I
tell
mean,
me,
you're
man.
right there, bro. He
My
wanted to
suspense
be
is at a
turned
10.
in. He wanted to be turned into a frisbee.
Like melted his ashes into the plastic
Yeah.
of a fucking frisbee.
Yep. Yep.
Didn't the frisbee begin because of a pie dish?
Like kids playing with it or something.
Yeah, they took it out there. It was like what a pie came in, and it was like you took it out there and they threw it.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Yeah. Well,
I thought I remember watching something on the History Channel or something.
It's
said-
possible.
his son said that it was his father's dream that they turned him to a frisbee
And we got played with.
after his death.
Bro, look, man.
That's
If I
so
invented the frisbee, and you're turning me into a frisbee when I die, that bitch better be gold plated. I'm talking about diamond out, like take me to friggin' Icebox in Atlanta and get them carrots put in
What's
that
this
bitch.
icebox you speak of? What is this?
All the rappers be hitting Icebox. Shout out Icebox, making some MindFaction chains.
That'd be sick.
We're like blinged out, bro.
Make mine a Jason Voorhees mask, please.
Damn, that'd be dope.
But could you imagine, like you saying that
Diamonds
to
in
your
it.
kid?
Well, like
Just be
Machete's cross, like a what's a pirate shit? What's it called?
Oh,
The Charlie,
yeah.
the Charlie shit.
the fuck? What is that?
What's the smiley face skull?
I don't know, but we know what we're talking about.
God,
Y'all know what the hell we're talking about. We
Come
need a
on,
Neurolink right now, Elon.
I need some neurotropics.
We do. Where are they at?
They ain't here.
Mental Mojo.
I know where they're not.
Mental Mojo, bro. We've been waiting on them on that sample to try them out for the podcast. Anyways, that's crazy, bro. Mm-hmm. Did they do that for this guy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they withheld it.
Did they have a good time?
I'm glad they stood on his wishes on that.
Did they have a good time, Losey?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did they bury it in the ground when they were done?
Was it like the Frisbee Super Bowl?
I would say, yeah. When he died, this was in 2002. He died.
Oh wow, man!
I'd have flung it out in the ocean.
No, he wanted to end up on somebody's roof. That was like his dream goal.
Huh?
Do what?
Yeah. His son said it was his father's dream that they play with him after his death and that he might even accidentally end up on someone's roof.
Damn.
What is
he
wrong
was
with
thinking
this
outside
dude?
the box, kind of.
He really didn't care, did he?
He did. He was just happy, bro.
I'm going on to the next level in life.
Well, yeah.
What if he ascended on to the highest level? That's pretty
pretty crazy
thinking stuff. All right. So what do you got for us?
Me? I'm trying to find something good. I ain't gonna lie
Hit
to
you with
you.
another one?
You hit me with another one.
All right. So this kind of relates back to some stuff we talked about before. So did you know that ravens' moods are affected by others?
We talked about that.
We talked about the way they're
self-awareness.
Yes. Their
What do you
moods
mean
are
affected by other birds?
It's a well-known fact that ravens are wildly intelligent creatures.
Very.
But 2019 research published in the Journal of Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, that's a dope-ass name,
That is super dope.
discovered that the birds are also very in tune with the feelings of the creatures around them. This empathetic trait has previously only been observed in primates.
Very intelligent.
Man, that's mind-blowing.
That is very mind-blowing.
Explain to me why this particular species of bird
Yeah, the whole family there.
has tendencies and
Corvids.
abilities that are
Corvids.
only showed
You know,
by
I don't
them
know.
and not by any other you would think at least one other species of bird.
You would think so.
Would
So the parrots
have-
don't?
No.
That I know of,
Just
because it just says the
ravens.
corvid
Yeah.
family. Yeah, the crows and like, what was the
They
mockingbirds?
just say ravens even in particular.
Oh, really? Damn, I don't know, man. What is the difference with a crow and a raven? Is a raven a little bit bigger?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. What is like?
I don't know the
I want
exact-
a raven. Man, that's pretty crazy. Let me hit you with this one. Speaking of birds, the eye of an ostrich is bigger than its brain.
Really?
About a pea brain, bro. Damn, ostrich is mean too.
Aren't they like the fastest bird?
I know they're the biggest.
Land bird.
Yeah, they can't fly. What's the purpose of their wings? Could they fly one time?
It's like T-Rex's arms. What the hell's wrong with his arms, bro?
Why does he even have arms?
Why do you?
What do they do with them?
But you know, they
That's
said
a good question.
They said if he could bench press, he could bench press like 600 pounds with them damn arms.
No, he could not.
That's what they say.
But I mean, what's huge though? 600 ain't that much for
A damn 10-ton
Yeah.
animal or however much he weighs.
That'd be like me being like, man, I weigh like 275, but I can bench press 50. Like, I mean,
That's true, man. Like, look, I'm 235, but I'll bench press 22 pounds. Don't play with me.
yeah.
I'll snap your arm
Maybe
back.
because it's 600 pounds and to us, that's a lot, but there's humans out there that can bench press like
Josh Gregory bench
nearly
press his
700
ass. He
pounds.
arm wrestle T-Rex and slam him, bro.
he would. They'd rip that little arm off, play with it.
Speaking of Josh, hey, shout out to Josh, man. He placed number 2 in the Kentucky Strongman.
Did he?
He did.
That's
and
awesome, dude.
And,
Yeah.
you know, like me and him talked a little bit in a message, and there was like a couple of the, not the main list, but like the, what would they call that? Like the other lifts, it's not
The
really
secondary
main
lifts?
event. Yeah. That he, I guess, failed just a little bit on. But it's like, you know, Josh had been doing strongman that long. You know, he just started this year. So that's a training. Like I told him, I said, man, you could better at that.
And you know, with strongman as opposed to powerlifting, in powerlifting, you can walk in by any gym.
Yeah.
You could just use a 45 pound. Well, not really if you're at Josh Gregory's level because he's been in bars, but
He's been
you
in
could pretty
bars.
much use like just a regular 45 pound commercial bar, nothing special.
Yeah.
Because for those that don't know out there, you can actually get benching bars, deadlifting bars, and squatting bars
Yep.
that are built specifically for those three movements.
And they are very important.
They are. And if you're lifting at that level, you need them. If you're not at 500 plus pounds on any of those lifts, you don't need them, just so you know. I mean,
Yep.
they're beneficial.
That's almost like with the monolift.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not necessary to be lifting. Yeah. Shout out to everybody out there in a mono lift. If you're not squatting at least 5 plus,
Don't, man, quit taking
Get
a
out.
monolift up, bro.
get out.
Get on that damn regular cage, man.
Look,
don't
you don't
play
have to
with
listen
us.
to me. You don't have to do what I say. You could say, man, mind your own business. And that's fine and good. And I will
You
mind
get
my own
dropped, you
business.
do it in the gym.
But in my opinion, You need to get up out that monolith. You ain't pressing nobody.
Look, man, look, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
get in that squat rack.
Get in a regular squat rack and work your way up to that monolift. I'll be seeing some people, and I'm not knocking, I'm proud of anybody for getting in the gym, but I'll be seeing some people like squatting like 150 pounds on a damn monolift.
Bro, don't call me out, man.
No.
Losey, we know you're not in a monolift, bro. We know you know better. Losey's like, look, man.
Losey's got the intelligence to know not to be on a damn monolift. It's competition level.
He's about aesthetics.
That's right.
He's like, I'm gonna go for reps.
Reps.
Lightweight, low reps. I mean, lightweight,
Ripped
high
up.
reps.
Lightweight, no reps.
But yeah. I don't know where the hell we was at. But we was somewhere.
Monolift. You're on the monolift.
Oh, we were talking about Gregory anyway.
Gregory, yeah, we were talking about Gregory.
So the thing about powerlifting is you can walk into any gym and you kind of have the basics that are for you to get prepared for a meet.
Exactly.
When it comes to strongman, a lot of the things you need to get prepared for these lifts, like the Atlas stones, like the log presses and stuff, you don't just have these things at your local gym.
No.
Typically.
And it's crazy that Josh really transitioned from being a powerlifter from years and jumped into strongman in his place and as well as he is.
Right. Like arguably I could walk into Planet Fitness and get prepared for powerlifting. Now I don't recommend that.
Yeah.
But I could I could find the basic stuff to get me ready.
Yeah.
I probably won't do well. But there ain't no way you could ever get ready for a strongman meet in there.
You drop that damn rock, they'd be kicking you out, bro. The alarm be going, clunk alarm be going.
They'd be like, have you ever done anything like this before? When I get to that meet, and I'll be like, no, sir, I lived at Planet Fitness. They'd be like, you're disqualified by default.
Bro, no judgment zone. Come on, man.
Yeah, give me a Tootsie Roll or a piece of pizza.
Hey, man, give me a pizza Thursdays or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know what's called. Anyways.
You know there's an encrypted monument outside of the CIA?
An encrypted monument?
Yeah, did you guys know that?
I did not.
I think it's been decrypted up to like the last
last one, yeah.
What do you mean encrypted? Like recently, or is this ancient?
No, somebody created it.
Yeah,
and it was encrypted, and it was to be broken down if you could.
The cryptus sculpture features 4 inscriptions, 3 of which have been cracked, but the 4th is still a mystery.
About like that damn Zodiac killer shit.
But they just decrypted it.
They decrypt the whole thing? Mm-hmm. You sure?
Yeah.
Now there's shout out to Discovery Plus. There is a new Zodiac. You see that on Discovery? Mm-hmm. I haven't watched all of it, but it seemed really interesting.
Remember, I told you I brought this up in a previous episode.
Well, I didn't think they got that last line.
It was a former YouTuber and some other researchers. One was from like Australia, one was from like I think Canada.
But did they actually figure out his name that was supposed to be implemented in this?
I think so. I think it actually said his name in it. Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up and get that for you again.
Well,
did you know that your brain uses up around 20% of your body's blood and oxygen?
Yep. Energy sources too, like 30%.
Yeah. The human brain is responsible for countless tasks and is always busy keeping our internal systems running. In order to remain so vitally, sorry guys, I have to flip my notes here, so vitally active, the brain uses 20% of both oxygen and blood in the body. So that's a lot, man.
Yeah, consider the size compared to your body.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what else uses 20% of blood in my body.
Hey, bro, we
never mind. So
that one time, that download.
There's probably treasure in Virginia.
Dear God. I stooped to such low levels.
There may be treasure in Virginia.
What kind of treasure are we talking about? The clamshell?
Yeah.
Talking about that Oak Island shit?
Clamshell.
Where's that at?
That's up in Alaska.
Nova Scotia.
Nova
Damn,
Scotia.
I'm way out in left.
Alaska
I should have known that. That's where my people's like area.
Yeah.
You probably built it.
I didn't.
You're just trying to act like you didn't. Don't play games, bro.
My 10th great grandpa probably left some shit there.
$43 million in gold, silver, and jewels.
I'm sure it's a Spaniard type vessel that's been sunk.
Thomas Jefferson Beale.
What? Thomas Jefferson Beale?
Mm-hmm.
What year was this?
Early 1800s.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Copycat.
Yeah, come on, man.
Get out of
here. And they had no originality back then, did they?
No. Sometimes, but really. I don't know.
John, George.
I can't say we do, really. Who the hell's Garrett? What kind of name is that? It's weak as hell, bro.
Corey.
Huh?
Dustin.
And my brother's name's Dustin.
Yeah.
Corey.
Where did that come from?
Garrett. Who the hell? Anyways. Speaking of that, I swear I looked right over these fun facts, and it says Mary and James are the most popular names around the world. As soon as I looked over, dude, and seen that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I have stuff happen to me all the time like that. So weird, man.
I got this one for you. Children are born less frequently on Saturdays.
What?
Among all the days in the week, most children in the world are born on a Tuesday. Or Thursday, sorry. I need a Neurolink.
What day were you born on?
Let's look that up. Hey, Siri. What day was October 4th, 1983? Tuesday.
Mine was a Monday.
Man, we're just unique. What the hell was your day?
What day were you born?
You actually knew that off the top of your head?
I know. I was
Yeah.
about to. Y'all got
What
to
kind
see.
of
I got
Neurolink
hey,
shit
Big,
are you
Oh,
with,
man,
bro?
I'm on it, dude.
On it.
I
What?
done got it.
What day was May 21st, 1993?
Better not be a Thursday. See, hey,
Man,
we're
you on
all
some
off the box.
British shit.
Damn. Hey,
Man,
and since we did like
Friday.
tell you guys our birthdays, we are up to send us some birthday presents when y'all want.
I actually didn't give mine out
because you knew right off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Who knows that kind of
Bro,
shit?
he's got the Neuralink already. He just ain't
Corey
telling
is a
us.
walking Neuralink. Very intelligent man here. Oh yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah,
That's pretty cool.
pretty different. I mean, it was kind of odd.
Since we're going to bounce back, and I just give you all like this thing that I had here. I just want to talk about it real quick. I thought it was pretty crazy. They found a mammoth tusk in one of the most unlikely places you would ever think you would ever find one.
Where?
The bottom of the ocean.
What?
How deep was this? Did they say?
They actually do. So mammoths are known to be ancient land dwellers, as we've talked about before. Scientists were shocked to find remains from the animal at the bottom of the ocean. Pilot Randy Prickett and scientist Stephen Haddock, researchers with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, discovered a Colombian mammoth tusk 185 miles offshore and 10,000 feet deep in the ocean.
How in the hell did this get out there?
That they really don't know, but scientists believe it could be the oldest, well-preserved mammoth tusk recovered from this region of the North America. Sorry.
Wow.
And the Geochronology Lab estimates it is more than 100,000 years old after analyzing the radioisotopes. Yeah, it's freaking nuts.
How many miles? 180 what?
It was 185 miles offshore, 10,000 feet deep in the ocean.
I mean, that's not just mishap.
No.
It ain't like it was washed out to the ocean, I don't feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the remains from continental North America are particularly rare. So we expect that the DNA from this tusk will go far to refine what we know about mammoths in this part of the world. So
Pretty wild.
it was in an area where like the water is so frigid and cold, and it created an environment that so well preserved it.
It's almost like a freezer.
It is. Yeah.
So, wow. I wonder if they could pull any kind of like a genetic, was there any kind of tissue?
I don't know. It didn't really
Just
specify.
a tusk? Where in the hell is this skull
I think
at?
they're kind of keeping a little hush hush because of how crazy this finding is.
Man, do you think that now this is out there, but do you think that 100,000 years ago human beings was sailing?
That's what I thought. And they were transporting this thing.
Because where's the skull at? The teeth are one of the hardest thing on a skull.
Yeah.
The teeth should be
Well,
low. I mean, I
the
could be
bottom
buried.
of the ocean over
washes.
100,000 years is going
Yeah.
to shift and change. I mean, obviously.
But why was this tusk not attached to the skull?
I think they were shipping this thing.
I think so also. FedEx 100,000 years ago.
Yeah.
UPS.
100% because they give the best updates.
United States Postal Service.
No, definitely not.
What? Dude, best
No, I'm just kidding.
mail
Shout out to
service
USPS.
provider.
Shout out, man. Hey,
Ever.
they always hold my packages early when I ask them.
Yep.
I ain't gonna, anyways, that's pretty wild, man. It is wild to think, and I'm telling you, man, science and historians are going to have to, the scientists and historians are going to have to rewrite the history books, man.
Yeah.
There's too much evidence piling up to say that shit's going the same it was 20 years ago in these history books. There's no way.
What's the name of the mountain that's like the tallest mountain? It's
Mount Everest?
Mount Everest. Mm-hmm. They find fish fossils regularly up there. So
that could allude to a great flood.
Yeah, it was the basin of water at one time, and it rose.
That's like my dad always said, look at McCreary County. There's an overabundance of sandstone cliffs here. Mm-hmm. You go to Somerset, you don't see that. There's more limestone. You go south to Oneida, there's more limestone. It's like McCreary County was almost like a funnel or a low spot. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's pretty wild how that sediment could settle there.
And now we're actually at a higher elevation.
We are than Oneida and stuff, I believe.
Than the surrounding counties, yeah, we are.
So what? It's weird how the world changes.
I actually live up in one of the highest points in McCreary County.
We are, yeah. You do.
I do live there.
Stearns Hill. Mm-hmm. Supposedly, my Uncle Nolan's land up there, Stearns Tower, is the highest point in McCreary County, is what the National Forest Service stated.
On Stearns Tower Road?
Yep. Have I ever took you to that?
No.
Yeah, Muckle on that.
I just thought I was just making fun of the point blank. It's actually named exactly that.
Yeah, and it's actually it can be alluded to the Trump Tower. He's the one to put Trump down at Ruby, lit it up.
Did he?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I guess like Trump actually commented on it.
I'd have fired off guns when he got elected.
I would have definitely unloaded. But
America, probably launched my RPG.
Yeah.
God. I'm just kidding. I don't have
Check
one of those.
Check this out, man, for a fun fact. You got any more?
Oh, go ahead, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Are these noodles affecting your psyche, bro?
No.
Okay. Tess, if you're listening, he did do the challenge.
She was on my TikTok live earlier.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Did she comment like a laughing emoji?
No, she didn't say anything.
I thought for a second you said Tesla. I was like, what are you trying to get him at? Get that
real?
Neurolink, bro.
I'm trying to,
He did do the challenge. You might need the Neurolink now.
We need Neuralink. Just like donate us some, sponsor us with Neuralinks.
For real.
You said us. I ain't in on this.
You ain't about that? You took the fucking vaccine? Beep. But you kind of had to. It was forced down your throat, bro. We'll talk about that on the next episode.
No, we ain't bringing that up, man. We'll just roll with it.
Just roll with it.
It is what it is.
It is. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't looking at nobody bad for taking it. Nobody, if you want to.
Thanks, bro. It makes me feel better. I didn't think we were friends anymore because I took
I knew it changed your cell structure and you was different.
No judgment.
He's over there. He's Neuralinked.
I am.
Anyways, check this out.
Linked to something.
Yeah, check this fun fact out. You are more likely to have a weird or scary dream when sleeping on your stomach. Yeah, I say you would, especially if you're in jail, because you're sleeping on that stomach. That damn dream's gonna come to a crashing halt.
You ain't having no dream.
I'm telling you, bro.
Freddy Krueger.
And they say this is because different sleeping positions give different pressures on the body. Sleeping on your stomach restricts other movements compared to sleeping on your side or back. You know, I never did really like sleeping on my stomach. Do y'all do that?
I've never slept on my stomach.
I feel like I'm smothering almost.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess because my silverback gorilla chest, but Corey always called me back in the day when I was swole up.
Silverback gorilla.
But yeah, that's wild, man.
But yeah, I mean, I always sleep on my back. People think I'm weird.
On my side.
I actually sleep like, someone who's like a funeral home.
You like crossing your hands and shit?
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm asleep, so
and
I don't really know how I'm sleeping.
I'll tell you how that started. Okay. When I used to get in bed, when I would pull the cover, like the covers would be like right at like waistline level, around you when you get in your bed naturally.
Like I'm like imagining like a perfect like little movie thing where you're getting in your bed and it's all folded all nicely. And you're like,
I pull it. I've got I actually do that. I actually really make a really nice bed, by the way.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
They say that it helps a lot of things when you make your bed in the mornings.
I do make my bed in the morning. I really do. No, that's not
My
just.
shit's look like a mess, ain't you?
I get in, and so the covers are pulled back. I get in. It's around waist level. I grab it. When I pull it up to like right below my neck, it kind of make my arms do like a crossing motion.
So you just leave them there?
I just kind of leave them there, man, and I just go to sleep.
Count Corey.
Now that's not all
Count
the
Kilby.
time.
Are your covers at a waist level because like you're so tall, or is it just?
Oh man, I got like king size.
Get that California king, bro.
Man, you've been like 6'12" since you were
6'12".
I've been there.
6'15", bro.
I've been there for a minute. Hey.
Damn, bro, that's funny.
You know what's crazy though? On a side topic with that, I really didn't have any growing pains really all that much growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
Me neither.
If y'all don't know out there, Corey's like what, 6'6"?
6'6", yeah. But I didn't know, and I think that is because
I just caught what you said, bro. Damn, I'm sorry.
See,
Corey.
people don't understand. Losey was only 3 feet tall up until sophomore year.
How tall are you, Los?
Sophomore year. According to my license, I'm 5'8", but I'm like 5'7" ¾
Okay. I think I'm like 5'11", 6 foot.
I think my license is 6'7" because of my shoes.
My size is a average white boy shit. 5'11", 6 foot.
I thought you 6'1".
I'm below
Hell
average.
nah. Thanks for giving me an inch though. I wish other would. That was horrible.
In height?
Well, in height. No.
Okay. No, okay.
Shit.
Seriously,
Damn, that was horrible. What the fuck?
Thanks for giving me an inch, though.
I mean,
thank me for giving you
I
an inch.
I thanked you on some weird shit and then like belittled you also, literally. Belittled you.
Yeah.
And
Just the tip, bro.
Yeah.
oh damn.
That was simultaneous.
Damn. I'm acting like Joe Biden over here behind his fucking microphone right now.
Damn, bro.
Anyways.
End of quote.
End of quote.
So
LOL. No.
Smiley face.
Oh man. Now, hey, check this fun fact out. We ain't got to bounce off here in a minute and do our damn. It's already like 143, bro. We've been killing
Oh God,
it. Damn.
We ain't gonna make it.
Are we
Check
still
this-
on fun facts?
I'm doing one more.
Okay,
I can do these all night. Fuck
All right,
it.
do it.
We should do a
Okay.
whole episode of these.
We should, bro. These are fun. Blue-eyed people have a higher alcohol tolerance.
Who?
Blue-eyed people.
They also say that all blue-eyed people could possibly be related.
They do say that because they said the blue-eyed recessed gene came about on the scene around 8 to 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at fun facts.
But they're acting like 8 to 10,000 years ago was pretty recent.
They do. Did you also, I don't know if we talked about this on a prior episode about how like blue-eyed gene, they say religiously come from fallen angels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think that's why Hitler wanted to like keep the Aryan gene like blue-eyed and blonde hair?
Did you know that
what I'm
like
saying?
the actual Aryan bloodline that he speaks of wasn't that like a tribe of people?
It was Germanic tribes. It was Germanic tribes.
And they actually like migrated to like this predominantly to this island, correct?
Yeah, well, I think these some was kind of like almost like Viking heritage
And
too.
isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
Germanic.
But wasn't there an island that they went and they were looking at that where they were actually trying, because they were big into artifacts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Didn't they find like elongated skulls and stuff on this island where the Aryan
I didn't hear about that, but it could
supposedly
possibly be. I know they have around the world.
But man,
That's wild.
those skulls look like alien heads.
They really do. Speaking of
they
aliens, you never know. My thing is, have they ever tested DNA of these skulls? Dun, 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 dun.
That was the X-Files theme, if you didn't know.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, dude, that would be crazy. But yeah, they weren't even at this point in time, especially not now, because if a lot of you didn't know, a lot of German people to this day share Russian heritage
Because of World War II.
Yeah, we won't get into that. I actually took a college course on this, and it's pretty rough.
I would imagine. Maybe we need to do like a World War II podcast. You don't even have to be MindFaction. You can be just a whole different throw off of it.
We could just do like a quick, like another episode in the week and just
a 10-minute little quick.
Yeah,
it's never 10 minutes with us
Never.
on any subject.
That's what we're doing.
Never 10 minutes
One more,
on any
one more,
subject.
one
Okay,
more,
what you
one
got?
more,
What you
one
got, bro?
Just because we were goofing off earlier. In the 16th century, poets exchanged rap battle-like styles, insults in an act called flighting.
Really?
Yes.
I challenge thee in a flight.
Let me smack thee on thy face.
I better lyrically flight you, homie.
Let me tell you, my friend, your mama be slapping my cheeks. Oh, wow. Who knows what the fuck they're talking about back then? I don't have no fucking clue. I don't know. But
what was going on here? Which cheeks are we talking about?
She spanked me like a young boy.
Oh my god!
But yeah, you can. So they're over here.
You just flighted yourself, dude.
I fucked that all up. But anyways,
damn, bro,
it sound good. Kinda.
No.
So Shakespeare, you think Shakespeare was a flighter? There are no rappers back then.
Yeah.
Do you think they they invented rap battle in a way?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's pretty wild.
It was kind of
man.
like your mama jokes.
That's what I'm saying.
in the
See, your
16th
mama
century.
slapped thy cheeks.
No,
and-
No, we
You
ain't
know,
doing none of
bro,
that.
like,
Mamas
you know.
ain't slapping nobody's cheeks. Just kill
Should
it.
I said I'm slapping your mama's cheeks? That's what I should have said.
I mean,
Yeah, there you
okay.
go. That was good.
Yeah,
I mean, that
sure.
wasn't
Would've
good, but
didn't
we'll
say
just.
that,
I mean,
though.
That was more of an insult.
I need that Neurolink. I'm tired of this shit.
Damn.
Throw that ass clapping
Mama's
beat on there.
slap, cheeks getting slapped and everything, man.
What am I doing?
What are we talking about?
This shit's getting out of
One thing I
hand.
know about mom spaghetti.
Let's do this murder mystery
Vomit
shit.
on a sweater already.
Murder mystery time, bro. we got
Hit
to
the
get
damn
off
button.
it. Man, get the
Hit,
damn.
hit that button.
Hit the damn button.
You know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
It's 5 minutes of murder mystery.
This shit ain't gonna be 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and elude that right now. That ain't gonna be
We
no
just
5
killed that
minutes.
mystery.
We killed that. Let's get that scary music rolling too.
Cheek clapping.
Cheek clapping.
Jesus Christ. Here you go. Okay. Hit this off, bro.
Tonight's mystery is the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident.
This is wild, man.
Dyatlov Pass is located in Russia's Ural Mountains. The Dyatlov Pass incident refers to an incident in 1959 when a group of 9 Soviet mountaineers met their demise under extremely bizarre circumstances.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you guys have not heard of this, this is a mystery of I don't know if they was murdered. There was some weird surroundings on this.
I heard that there was up to 75 different theories
Wow.
on what actually happened.
Didn't know that.
A 9-person expedition led by Igor Dyatlov embarked on a mountaineering mission in late January 1959. On February 20th, their bodies were discovered by a rescue party. Yes, this is quite simple, but the story lies in the condition in which the bodies were found.
Man, they don't I don't know if they ever figured this out. but these bodies was in some really odd situations, it seemed like.
And as of this year, they think they may have figured it out.
Really? Okay.
But we're going to leave this as a mystery at the end of this episode.
They don't truly know.
The bodies of the hikers were discovered in extremely bizarre conditions. It quickly became apparent that this was not an avalanche death nor a typical run-of-the-mill hypothermia situation. Instead, the hikers were found in 2 clusters showing serious trauma and mutilation. One group of hikers was found in the snow near a tent. The tent had been cut from the inside as if the tenants were trying to escape something. The mountaineers were found barefoot wearing minimal clothing. While this does point to hypothermia, one of the hikers was a brown-purple hue and had foam coming from his mouth. Other members of the party had severe trauma as if he were bludgeoned by something more powerful than a human.
Do you think they was like popping Molly and shit? Like foaming at the mouth, and did they discover something?
Man, you got 9.
I always heard this detail here about the tenants cutting the tent from the inside out.
Yeah. But how would you figure out which side of the tent it
was they hallucinating and seen some kind of weird?
Yeah. What do you think could
it's a little easier to unzip that thing to pull a knife out and start like.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
You could basically, I'm sure this. Well, I don't know. It might have been made out of pretty good cloth.
It may have, but maybe it seemed like they was in such a hurry. They just cut the side of it out.
Do you think these? I don't imagine a tent maybe like in 1959 having like zippers and stuff on it. You know what I mean?
Sure did.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe definitely in these conditions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The other cluster of hikers was an even more frightening sight. 3 men and a woman were found in this location. Okay. The woman was missing her eyes, tongue, and part of her face. Man, that's a party gone really bad. That's some bad Molly.
Tripping on some acid.
DMMA was killing it, bro.
The woman also tested positive for AIDS. No, I'm just.
Oh my god! I thought that was legit, bro. I had to double look on these damn notes. I was like, "What? I ain't heard this in the past." Hold on, now they didn't discover all kinds of shit this year. Damn.
The woman also tested positive for exposure to radiation.
Oh. Yeah.
2 of the men had major bone fractures that reportedly required car crash levels of force. Dear
wow,
Lord.
Jesus. No airbags for them.
Man. Bone fractures of the face. Man. I'm just reading this trying to wrap my mind around what in the world, like
what could implement that kind of force other than like maybe falling off
like a rock fell on their head?
I don't know.
This second group was believed to have died after the first group, as they were found wearing.
What was they wearing?
Turning
Speedos?
Clothes belonging to the first cluster.
Now hold on now.
So we swapped clothes?
What kind of freaky.
What we doing?
What kind of freaky shit's going on out here?
So maybe we were all up in tent number 1 playing spin the bottle,
popping in Molly.
Playing poker, doing something. It got really weird.
Strip poker.
The Molly hit us super hard.
Man, that shit hit hard.
And
crushed our face bones.
Crushed our face. No,
okay.
We pulled out our Bowie knives. We cut out of our tent.
What happened? Man, honestly, no joke. All jokes aside, this is a super weird, man.
It's just weird situation. Yeah. At the time of the incident, the Soviet government quickly swept the story under the rug, alleging that these were just inexperienced hikers. They were actually quite accomplished and experienced mountaineers. Mm-hmm. The mystery has never been solved.
Because they was college kids, correct?
They were, yeah. And it's weird how I love how governments immediately self-incriminate themselves.
Every time.
Have you noticed that? Like when they are the worst at sweeping shit under the rug.
Exactly.
Because they will immediately say something that's completely... Like they could have said something like, well, they were experienced mountaineers. We need to look into this. And then quietly die down the investigation. Yeah. But it's where what makes it so strange is how they're just like, oh, they were just inexperienced hikers. Nothing to see here.
They died.
Nothing. That's obviously a red flag.
Obviously. Like what are you guys covering up? I've heard different things from UFOs to Bigfoot to all kinds of different things on this in the past.
The most common explanation is the idea that this was a case of hypothermia. Irrational thinking and erratic behavior are calling cards of hypothermia. Before you succumb to hypothermia, many people think they are overheating and start shedding clothing. This, of course, doesn't explain the radiation or the immense impacts that broke bones on some of the hikers.
Exactly. So what emits radiation that people allude to throughout history since the 1940s, other than nuclear technology, is UFO encounters.
Why would you? Okay, though, if their government is out here trying to test some type of technology out, some futuristic stuff, how do they allow this story to get out? Number one, how do you not successfully cover it up? Number two,
Well, here's the thing.
what are you testing? Number three,
don't feel it's the government testing it.
you think maybe something leaked?
I think there was a legitimate
some
alien
Stranger Things
abduction
shit.
or an encounter here. They also nicknamed this mountain. I remember watching something about it. The Mountain of Death, maybe, is what the actual native people called this mountain.
The
Right?
natives
Is that in
did.
here?
I don't
Yeah.
think that's in here.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's
The
what I read.
natives did that.
The natives.
So what did they know?
Exactly. That's what the nickname for this mountain
Was it the Mountain of Death because of like the treacherous like terrain
I don't
and
know.
environment?
I don't. It could have possibly been.
A group of hikers camping approximately 30 miles away saw strange orange orbs out in
There
the
we go.
distance where the Dyatlov party was camping. These strange colors, paired with the traces of tradition, suggest that the group could have stumbled on some sort of Soviet weapon testing site or secret base.
That's possible, but there's no proof of a base way out here, right? Because they had to hike for days to this location.
Yeah.
There's no roads in. There's no.
But you know,
It's possible.
That's where a lot of these
I
bases
mean,
are at. They're hidden.
They're hidden.
You know, they hide them in the side.
You know,
of
they try to
mountains.
say that. Not to get off topic, but they try to say there could possibly be one in the Smoky Mountains.
Really?
Did you ever hear about all the disappearances and stuff in the Smoky Mountains and the weird things going on? Yes, sir. We'll bring that on a different topic.
Oh wow!
Watch a show about that. not long
I
ago.
do know that they moved Area 51 possibly to an area that's in a mountainous region somewhere.
Is it,
That's
Area 52.
it is.
No, it ain't.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
I don't think we got a number on it.
Anyways,
Just an area.
we're just over
Keep
here.
it simple.
Oh man.
Another possible explanation is UFOs. The radiation
I'm
paired
telling
with the
you.
inhuman forces that cause some of the injuries make it a somewhat plausible explanation. A mink, the Russian version of the Yeti, is another suspect who might be big and powerful enough to cause such injuries, but why would this Russian Yeti be radioactive?
Well, there is accounts, I will say, that they feel the reason Bigfoot cannot be as far as captured or really caught is because they are an extraterrestrial. They're not of this earth technically, and that they can come through on these spaceships and these UFOs. People do really
This
believe that.
large, hairy primate looking
Yes,
thing.
sir.
I mean, that's
Chewbacca, bro.
like, it's like,
I was going to do the sound, but I ain't going to do
Do
it.
it.
I can't.
Do
man.
you do
Give
all
it
the
to
others?
us.
Come on,
Do
can you do
it.
it?
I can't do it.
You don't do it. You can't. How's it go?
I can't.
you got it.
Try it, Lowe's.
I can't.
I don't
You
even.
got it though.
I ain't doing it.
I
That
can't
was,
do it. No,
that
I
was
was
kind of
what-
close.
That
That was a
kinda
little
low.
bit.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That was close.
Hey, look at there. It is.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Anyways,
it is. We ain't
anyway.
doing that shit.
But no shit.
Where's Harrison Ford?
Conspiracy
at? He tells us
theorists
to cut it out.
and people that believe in extraterrestrials do kind of believe on this, and it would be kind of weird if he was.
yeah.
I mean, because that would give proof to why we can't find.
I just think of all the different theories that there is out there. I can't foresee it being that.
I know it's way out there.
I would even believe aliens over,
I definitely believe in
A
aliens.
Yeti.
We don't know. I believe in aliens.
because what in the world does the Yeti have? Why am I stripping my clothes
this
when my
about,
Yeti's
bro?
chasing me? Huh?
Did you not see my tablet flipping out, bro, and like changing pages?
For real?
Yeah. This ain't even on nothing I touched.
Wild.
What's it on now? Trying to tell us something?
Male bees can only mate once. That's what the fact says, bro. Smelling green apples help with weight loss. A snail has 2,500 teeth. Anyways, look, that's fun facts.
Nightmare
But
material.
that's what it was. Yeah. Anyways,
Okay, on with the show.
on with the show.
There has been some speculation that that some members of the party were romantically involved.
We don't know. There's an orgy going on up there in Tent
Apparently,
1.
man, there's something wild going on up there.
Shit,
Changing
switching
clothes up and everything else.
3 guys, 1 girl. Yeah.
Man, never see that video. There's a theory that things turn nasty out there. Oh, shit, I misread that. I misread that.
We're getting wild out
I
here.
said it right mostly, but there's a theory that things turn nasty, and there was conflict among the hikers. I said turn nasty out there, bro. It got wild.
It got wild out there, bro.
This explanation is a little thin, as the group had a history of getting along, and the trauma
Yeah.
sustained by some members is unlikely to be administered by a jealous lover, which is true.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
because like they said, that car crash level force.
Like, I don't feel I can hit you hard enough to make people think that you was in a car crash, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I beat some people down for it.
So you're going to tell me that if you were like jealous, okay, it's you and one of the females there, okay, it's at least 7 other members. You're going to slaughter everybody and kill yourself? Like,
you're on some other shit if you are, bro.
And the way they're trying to escape you, you must be on a rampage.
You must have turned Incredible Hulk quick.
For real, because you're also
green.
radioactive.
He had that blue hue, right? Foam coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
There it was.
Foam, yeah, man.
Foam.
That's almost like you were like given like an acid tablet or something.
Yeah, like, but could that be radiation poisoning? I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Whatever the truth is, it sure is spooky.
The
underreported and lesser known incident is truly what nightmares are made of.
You know, it is true because, man, the accounts of this whole situation was so out there, man. I remember seeing one part, like you said, like eyes was missing, and I'm like, what?
All right, so one of the claims, I did see this, I didn't see a lot of it, the way they claim to have somewhat explained it away is through an avalanche. That makes not a bit of sense to me.
I don't understand
the information. Will they not be buried? Where do they?
This is a frozen
they went in
area, bro.
I think they actually did find the bodies kind of underneath some snow. But
let me look this up because, I mean,
if they're experienced hikers, though, like mountaineers, as they said, like,
right,
you know, they're not going to make they're all going to make the same mistakes and become hypothermic and.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. You know, if it was an avalanche, I feel they'd be buried and they would have never recovered the bodies. I mean, because let's be real here. Snow is heavy. It's water. Yeah. But it's going to take a lot of snow to crush you like that.
I think one thing is, too, that makes it really mysterious is how the government handled it.
Very weird.
Because
they were real standoffish with all of it.
They did openly admit that it did happen.
Oh, yeah, they admitted it.
And that they didn't know what happened.
You know, back then they could have really covered it up. But do you think it was like the families wanted to know what the hell happened?
I think the general public wanted to know what the hell happened.
Right, but how would they know if nobody would have alluded to it?
Well, the military. They send their military in there. It's going to, you know what I mean?
Somebody's going to leak it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what happened.
That's exactly
the government didn't voluntarily leak that information.
No, the government didn't, but maybe one of the soldiers was like, man, we found some weird shit on this mountain
we
over
seen
here,
up
bro.
Here, man.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't imagine. Imagine stumbling upon that.
I mean, I think we probably wouldn't know much about Area 51 if people hadn't leaked it out.
Yep. Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
People like that.
Other members of
the
military.
That'd be cool if we get some like it on our show, bro.
That'd be
and
sick.
pick their mind about it.
Absolutely.
Speaking of UFOs and stuff.
Oh, my God.
201? We're at 201. You know what it is? I think we'll have to wrap it up, man. We don't want to talk y'all's head off too much.
You know what's
I hope
crazy,
y'all had
man,
fun,
is
though.
how this, like...
It flies. Dude, time flies when it comes to podcasting.
We try, and you know what's crazy, too, is we try to time ourselves somewhat, but in a sense, though, we just kind of freestyle it, and we always end up at about exactly 2 hours, no matter...
We really do, man. Because I remember when we first started, ours was, like hour and 30?
Hour and 15.
15, yep. Do you guys think we talk too long out there? What are y'all's opinions on this?
Yeah,
I might put a poll on this episode. You can put a poll. So if you listen, guys, if you get on Spotify, if you've stayed this long, you probably done rolled the fuck out. I don't know. But if you stayed this long with this episode, our videos are now being added to Spotify. I do have a couple I need to backlog and get up. But we can also put polls on Spotify and questions.
We need to do polls and see.
I think I'll do a poll and see on the length. And if they would like us to
talk faster.
Turn some scary music off. I'm getting scared over here.
If you want us to just speak quicker.
Yeah. You want to sound like Twister and Bone Thugs and Harmony on here with us?
Yeah.
You're spitting them facts for real. You have to slow his shit down.
We'll be on that
Neurolink
shit.
Yeah, on that Neurolink stuff.
You know what will be cool is
What's
if we
that?
actually came up with like a new topic ourselves. And
I've been thinking about this, man, because we were supposed to get some samples from a company, and I really want to promote them because it looks like some good stuff, but we may have to do our own. MindFaction Nootropics.
I'm afraid I'd OD on it. OD
yeah.
on some nootropics.
Brain. If y'all don't know what nootropics are, man, it's basically food for the brain.
It is. What exactly are the ingredients?
There's several different. Now you have some. What is that? Quaila is a company, and they have like 25 different ingredients.
Really?
You know, I've been taking the NeuroPeak some, and it only has like 8.
So does it sort of vary?
It does.
I mean, per company. Like,
it does. Everybody's got their own little blend of it. But I mean,
so that makes me kind of pumped because like when the pre-workout market hit,
yeah,
there was so many different ingredients. Like each brand varied so wildly. It was like kind of exciting because you're like, man, I can't wait to take this new pre-workout.
Because it wasn't all the same.
Then it got all vanilla. And everybody's putting the same crap in there, same amounts in there.
I mean, when it comes to nootropics, what I have studied on, a lot of the key ingredients are some of the same, but they also add certain things like lion's mane mushroom.
Well, I could bet that those ingredients that are in it that are the same are proven ingredients. They're proven. It's stuff that if you're going to make a nootropic, you need that in there.
You need it. And I might sit down and try to come up with some nootropics for us. I don't know. We'll try it
We need to do that. Let's sit and play around with that, and then we'll take it and be the
Power Within nootropics or just a MindFaction nootropics.
We'll pop a few for y'all, and we'll come on here and we'll talk a little bit.
And if we sound super intelligent, you done know we hit.
We done hit it.
But anyways, I think it's time. We don't want to leave you guys, but hey, we appreciate y'all joining in for episode 13.
So we're going to wrap up episode 13. We look forward to seeing you guys next week.
We are.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, everything. Let everybody know about us.
Yeah, I've been having an issue with I've been so busy with a lot of things trying to promote MindFaction, and I really want to get it out to everybody. Not saying we're nothing great, man, but I think a lot of people do enjoy our show.
We're great.
I think we are. You know what I'm saying? I think we're fun to listen to.
I'm not going to downplay it.
I'm always such a humble motherfucker, but fuck it, we're great. Anyways, and we're going to get better with it. So yeah, hopefully you guys can share it. Man, we need to get this out there and rolling.
Absolutely.
We got like 15, 16 different countries that's tuned in, maybe just a few provinces in the region, but hey, that's amazing. We really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to name them off before we leave.
Let's do it.
I mean, let me just do that because I think they deserve that.
No doubt. While you're looking that up, you guys enjoy your family this Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah,
man. What do we do?
Be thankful for your family.
We could have talked about a whole story.
What you got.
Story on Thanksgiving.
You can hit them up with that at the very beginning.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, well, because I'm on airplane mode. My shit is not loading because everybody messaged me while I'm on MindFaction. Yeah. Here we go. So our analytics, we have Germany tuning in. We have United Kingdom, New Zealand, Poland, Serbia, Norway, Sweden, Nigeria, Canada, Ecuador, Australia, Singapore, and India so far. That has checked out MindFaction. So, hey, if you guys are here in your country out there, we really appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
No doubt.
Really appreciate it.
We hope to get a bunch of other countries on board. We hope to get worldwide.
We hope you guys and it's nothing about the money deal, man. It's just the fun of this, dude.
It's so fun, man.
It's the fun of conversation.
Informing you guys, informing each other, constantly learning and keeping updated with what's going on in the world.
Exactly.
We hope to do the same for you guys while also entertaining you all.
Yes, sir.
So we're just going to do our best to bring you the best content we can each and every week.
Bro, it's funny because, I told you I had a little bit of hate in one of the podcast groups I was in. We're not going to allude to no names because we're not giving them no kind of fame. But I kind of creeped on their shit a little bit. Dudes try to act super smart, bro. We ain't trying to front what we're not. But look, they was having so much trouble with audio issues, bro. Man, step it up, man.
You ain't shit.
Step it up. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, shout out to y'all.
Yep.
Because you ain't shit.
Because you ain't nothing. Anyways,
let's go. A hater on the front line.
Yeah, they was having a problem with getting 3 or 4 mics working. I'm like, this is not rocket science, bro. But you're over here wanting to allude to us being brainless. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, get the fuck on with
that. It's all good. We know we're going to garner more hate as we go along to get more popular.
They say when you're doing right,
we're prepared for that. So we look forward to producing an exponentially bigger amount of episodes for you guys in the future. And we hope to get better. And we want to mix it up and do more. It's about time for us to start getting more guests on.
Definitely.
Doing call-ins, doing live episodes.
Definitely.
And we hope you guys enjoyed this Thanksgiving episode.
Have you guys noticed when I did our video intro, did you notice the little hint and keys and the subliminals I put in that? Just like our logo's got a map to it.
Yeah.
People don't realize the map in our logo.
Yeah.
Did you see at the beginning of our video intro?
Did I notice?
There's a World War II scene that says it's the beginning. Mm-hmm. And that's why I put that in there.
Dope.
Because this is just the beginning. So, yeah. Anyways, we're signing out. I'm just rambling now. We out. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a good night.
Next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See y'all next week. Happy Thanksgiving. And we hope y'all have a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of
We've been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability,